This is Movies, a podcast about the act of cinema. And with me today, I just heard this for the first time. He only graduated from culinary school last night. It's Hans.
Hey, I just sneezed twice off mic, so this is
Are
me
you
at my
okay?
best.
What's the matter? You're crying?
I got very
Hans
emotional.
is upset. Hans is crying.
I was emotional about, Tony in this movie. And
Why couldn't
Tony.
you do this during Disorderly, Hans?
I didn't have allergies then.
I thought these were tears of joy because our dear friend DC is back with us to talk about this new film, Tony.
Hell yeah. So are you on me now? Are we watching my camera?
That's
Yeah,
how
why
it
is
works.
it moving?
Gasper, no way, look at this shit.
Yeah. Isn't it cruise?
We're entering the void right now.
Alright, sorry. Nice to meet you guys. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're trying to subtly promote love streams on this podcast. You're
Well,
not
these are the
showing your
only-
face. You're just showing the love streams poster.
I'm showing my face because I have to hold this. I have the laptop here, but if I do it too far, the audio is bad. So I got to come up nice, close, and personal. We also have Minnie and Moskowitz. Yeah.
What do you think about the fact that Jack Mason has tarnished the good name of John Cassavetes, and people seem to be reiterating his opinion on that?
I love Jack. I think he's wrong. He got BTFO'd when I got on the show like 5 years ago, whatever it was, and he got mad that I loved something with such passion and purity, and he has to take it. I don't know. What's his problem with the thing? He just doesn't like Cassavetes, Jenna.
He
no
thinks
one?
it's boring, and he thinks Jenna Rollins' birthday's every day.
What does
Because
that
they
mean?
post about it all the time.
Yes, it's always the anniversary of her death or something.
I don't know. Jack's a tastemaker. I'm a taste haver. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Cassavetes.
Ooh.
I can't. I'm sorry, and I love Jack. I'm very attached to that man in a weird way. But like, yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I think one of the reasons why Jack is so likable is because he's completely disagreeable. Like yourself, you're a very disagreeable guy at times. I think Bourdain was a
I just
disagreeable
got here.
guy. So, I mean,
all right.
all right.
Actually, I agree with you. It's really true.
But I was going to say, one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to this whole space of things is whenever people reiterate one of Jack's points or reaffirm one of Jack's points that feel more contrarian in nature to sort of stick out. Or, I mean, I don't think he has opinions to just, go against the grain or whatever. I think that naturally happens for him. But you'll see people just falling in line and nodding their heads and going, yep, that's right. That's right. When it comes to Jack's more wild opinions.
But do
Yeah.
you remember an argument he made or something about it? Or it's just I don't like it, because that's fair enough too. You don't have to articulate, your opinions.
As a rule in life, I kind of agree with that.
No one. This is not. I'm not trying to be oh. I don't think anybody is deserving of an explanation if you say you don't like something. Obviously, if you're just a podcaster and that's your job, then obviously I would assume you would go into it. But for me, sometimes it's just I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to be against it, but also it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I think there's movies like Eddington where nobody knew what the opinion on that was going to be because nobody knew what that movie was until people sat down and watched it. And I think there was a preemptive assumption that Jack was not going to like the movie, or maybe they just had their own opinion and they didn't like the movie. And then when Jack gave it a positive review, there was a turnaround and people started going, oh, actually, you know what? I was wrong about Eddington. Actually, Eddington is good. Eddington is all right. Same with Marty Supreme. People not liking Marty Supreme because Jack doesn't like Marty Supreme. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've noticed these things.
And when I didn't like Eddington, people would just call me retarded.
Well, yeah, you got relentlessly attacked for 6 months. And
Still.
it caused a divide in the podcast alliance sphere. Because God forbid Hans not like Ari Aster's latest work.
Impossible.
I agree with you, by the way. I was not a fan of Eddington when I saw it.
You were the
I think
first
time
person
for
to
me-
decry Eddington, as a matter of fact. And when DC says that, I listen. Because DC's opinions, whether I agree with them or not, are always his own. So I'm like, oh, fuck, Eddington must be a piece of shit. I enjoyed Eddington, though.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, it's again, that's what I mean. Is I'm not going to be I have to inform the opinions of so and so. It's not my cup of tea, man. It's
Yeah.
completely fine. There's so many freaking movies being made all the time, and
So
and
true.
you just got to watch another one. You
Hmm.
know?
It's also a thing of if a director is successful, if someone that's made movies that people like, it's impossible to criticize them because that immediate means that that you think they suck and they're untalented and their shit is worthless. I don't think any of those things. I enjoy a couple of his movies. I don't like all of them.
Yeah.
I hate the anxiety attack that I was having throughout the entirety of that
Those are great.
I thought you were going to say
yeah, that
Ang Lee.
no, that was horrible, and I was very stoned too. So it was just anxiety for like the 3 hours, and I hated that experience. Haven't seen it since, but I like some of his movies. That doesn't mean that I think he's a hack or untalented,
Mm,
but I guess you can't criticize the thing that everyone is. And that's the thing. He doesn't make movies for everyone to like, and it's obvious when you watch them. But I guess just not being positive about it is enough to have your opinion immediately dismissed, even if you have points that might be valid. And again, who is the arbiter as to what a valid point is, right?
yeah.
But I just think it's like the same thing with the Odyssey, right? You can't have a criticism of the Odyssey because Christopher Nolan is just as great as blah blah blah, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you might love him, but I mean, I might not like the movie, and that's okay. You're allowed to have that opinion. Not on the internet anymore. Not
It's
that's
difficult. You guys are doing God's work here because it's like in real life, I run into this all the time because I don't talk about movies online as much unless I'm graciously invited on a show like this. So it's just like with people, it's like, how can you not like Bergman's? It's like, no, man, Bergman is great, but you don't have to literally enjoy all the stuff that even he himself is like, this is kind of just I had fun with this one. You know,
right.
like it's
Yeah.
fine. It's the part of experiment. That's actually how I treat shorts. I think shorts are a great way to not commit to a full feature and not commit to like the whole everything that comes with it, the headache, the money, all that stuff. And you just get to then mess around a little bit. Yeah, film a whole Q&A and then have a dancing scene at the end. It's like that's stupid. It's shit. It's like it's supposed to be a throwaway thing. And Hans watched it but hasn't seen TS Cam or One Last Song
Yeah.
for the Empty Table. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the world reacts in ways you wouldn't
Well,
expect, but
hold on. I haven't seen the new one either yet.
yeah, me neither. It doesn't exist. I mean, it's being edited. It's not the yeah.
Oh, so I'm just getting shit on for no reason for something that doesn't even
Yeah, it
exist.
seems like the audience does that already, so I'm just joining the crowd. It's not
Oh,
it's
that's
not
cool.
that bad. No,
I
no, but
wouldn't
listen,
take you for someone that joins crowds, DC. I'm
I join
disappointed.
all
Whoa, whoa,
I jo
oh.
I join listen, this summer, man, at some I've been telling this to everyone. This summer, there's been something in the air where everybody fell in love, everybody fell out of love, and now people are either becoming the opposites of themselves or runners on Strava and posting their 4-minute 20 kilometers and stuff like that. It's insane. Like everybody's just going crazy it's the opposite of COVID, where COVID it was like isolation and then people went just insane in their head because of the isolation. This year, maybe it's just the circle. Maybe Montreal is a woo crazy
No,
town,
no.
but I feel like
Yeah.
over socialization has just made people even crazier.
Well,
Um,
you know what year it is? It's the year of the fire horse, DC.
yeah,
Yep.
I read
You know
that at
what?
the beginning of the year, and they said, "You, Scorpio, fire
yeah,
horse year, you're going to have a villain turn." I
yeah,
was like, "Whoa, ooh, that's scary, that's spooky, but it's kind of cool too."
yeah.
I don't know.
Another?
I was
How
gonna
many
say,
how many villain turns do you get in your life? That's not fair. I was gonna
yeah,
say, and when you do the complete opposite, I don't really, socialize that much. I don't go to out or
yeah.
parties or whatever. I hang out with my friends occasionally, but that's pretty much it.
It's the best.
Uh, I feel like the only reason why I know what day it is because I have a 9 to 5 job. Because
Mhm.
otherwise, like today, I was like, oh fuck, it's already the day that it is. I'm not gonna say the day just in case whenever this episode comes out. But I was like, fuck, it kind of just feels like February. Like nothing's changed. And I went to the States and everything. And we did some stuff, but to me, nothing really changed. And maybe it's just because I live in a place where things don't really move that much, and like my friends are all kind of doing the same thing that they've been doing for years, and just kind of like a regular person, regular job, regular family
Yeah,
life. Where for me, everything just kind of just kind of existing. Things don't really change that much. And it's just kind of like, all right, it's this month already. Cool, I guess just a couple of months and then it's next year.
It's
That
this
sounds
month
depressing.
already.
That sounds
That is, I was
depressing,
just
but
going to say, that is the
but
most depressing statement I've heard on this podcast in
I
so
just
long. It's this month already.
I didn't want to say the month because I didn't want to date the episode, but
what
it
is that, by the way? People get mad when you don't release it right away, and they're like, "Hey, this was a month ago."
Well,
You
how
haven't
about
seen
this?
it.
How about this? On
Okay.
patreon.com/lowres for $5, you listen to it tonight, August 25th,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday, instead of waiting until Thursday when it comes out on Spotify, because we got to get
Okay.
this out ASAP.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So I was like, oh fuck, it's August already. That's weird.
Yeah.
But for me, like if it wasn't for the trip that I took to the States, it doesn't even feel like it was this year for whatever reason. It feels like we did that last year, even though it was this year. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure. Right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
it
I
was.
like to me it feels so long
It was
ago,
like 2 months
even
ago,
though
Hans. What are
I
you talking
know,
about?
I know, but it just I don't know, it feels like it was last year for whatever reason.
It's the summer. I'm telling you, it's the summer. This damn summer has done something crazy to everybody's heads. This summer is. I don't know. I'm not. Look, I'm not a mystic. Okay, I'm a guy. But like, you
I want
gotta
that I want that on a
appreciate.
shirt. I'm not a mystic. I'm a guy.
Which is it's true. I would wear it every day. That's the thing. It's like I don't want to create these like weird, but I really feel like there's something, whether it's a vibe shift, or I don't know what kind of crystals it is. And I'm not into that stuff either. I'll pretend to be, and if the circumstances arise, but I don't actually. I don't know. It's just been going nuts. In fact, Tony, the summer movie of the year, the summer movie of the
The
year.
summer movie of the year, Tony. Are people going to be thinking about this movie or remembering this movie if we're being real?
Is
I'm
anyone right now?
after
No.
this episode, we're gonna it's gonna explode.
We're going
We're
to
gonna
put it to
create the
rest.
2001. Sorry,
About
I
what?
cut you off. No, I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
What? No. No, we're fine. What are we going to
I'm
say,
getting made
DC?
fun of like it's high school again. I'm just saying that after this episode, it's gonna be 2001: Space Odyssey, where people are gonna come back and see. No, we misread Tony, and we're gonna watch it again.
People are going to
Yeah.
come back like
Yeah,
Tony Cisco to this podcast.
Yeah.
every Tony Cisco, Tony Bourdain, Antonio Banderas is coming on the show next week. Everybody, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
I
he
had
is
to.
a Tony, isn't he?
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh man. At
I
the
was
end of the
thinking about that.
movie,
Yeah.
that moment at the end of the movie, he's like, you know what? He should be Anthony, not Tony.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Was it
fuck,
giving
that's
you
such a
Robin
deep.
John Blake
Oh
vibes?
man, I was just like, you know what? And that changed his life because then he
Yeah.
was known as Anthony Bourdain and not Tony. And I was like, fuck, that's so cool. Ah,
No, but man, I gotta say, I'm gonna be going behind the scenes because that's what people want. The movies podcast is not for the
yep.
weak. This is gonna be like I know I have some info, I have some intel because I'm personal
Oh.
friends with Matt. We're best friends with Matt Johnson. He's
Finally,
helping
you
out.
brag
Yeah.
about this.
Matt Johnson, best friend in the whole world. We
I've
met two
had, you know, I've
times.
I've had to brag about this for you on several episodes. I'm glad you're doing the job for me now.
I'm doing every job.
Yeah. Future
Okay, any
movies
job you
podcast
want.
guest.
Bill
I'm your man,
job.
Future movies podcast episode guest, Matt Johnson. Tell us
dude.
about him.
That's the funniest thing. People who don't care about me at all, like they want me to die type deal. They were like, "Hey, do you think we can like
Of
can I
course.
meet him? I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of." That's crazy, man. I was bones to you a week ago, and now you want to. And also, I'm definitely lying about a lot of the stuff because it's like he's down with the movie and stuff, but we're not best friends. He
Mm.
barely. We're not super close in any way. I want to make
Mm.
that very clear. It's like he co-signs in a weird way, in a way where he doesn't respond to emails, and then I have to meet him in person again. He's like, and then he responds to emails again, type deal. But I'll take it. At this point, Montreal filmmaking is not so
Uh,
strong. It's not the bastion of the world. It's
it's
not
a
Hong
damn
Kong.
weed. The damn weed, DC. Am I right?
What happened with the weed? People don't respond because of the weed.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, that
Does he
happens
even
a lot.
smoke weed? I don't know. I don't even
I
know. It's just
no,
I'm
I
being an
don't
old
know.
man over here.
No, I love people who smoke weed. I can't do it myself, but that's another story. Anyways, but the thing is, like, this whole thing is I understand exactly what happened. Is my thing, and I'll leave it at that
Mm.
for now, and as we talk about the movie and its shortcomings, I will tell you exactly why Matt Johnson was in the right, and why Matt Johnson was actually didn't do any mistakes ever because he's a friend.
Oh,
Oh wait,
okay. All right.
what is his role in this movie? I was unaware.
It says a Matt Johnson film, but that's a lie.
Okay. So he
I know
Wow.
it's not,
directed.
it's not a lie. What the hell am I saying? No, but I do have some. So we'll get into it and we'll see why. Because I think the things that work well and that are nice and good are excellent in that way. And then there's some shortcomings where it's like, oh man, did you really have to do that? And that has some explanation to it. So I'm
Okay.
basically doing apologetics for my quote unquote producer.
Your best friend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is the issue the whole story? Because that's my issue.
Yes, no, literally
Okay.
the script. There's four screenwriters on that.
That's
Oh
always a big
Jesus.
red flag when you're in the opening credits. You see I would say more than two names. That should be a concern. And
Yeah,
my biggest gripe with this movie, it's not really a gripe because I think what I wrote in my review is that the strengths of four different writers were brought out at different times, but it
Right.
doesn't feel like one consistent piece together. It goes through ebbs and flows of like, okay, this is a Matt Johnson part, but this is the biopic guy, and then this is the Bourdain expert, and then this is the guy who has to like tie it all
yeah.
together. And it feels a little funny at points, and it winds up becoming something a little too conventional. I mean, but first, like Matt Johnson is having a tremendous year, a huge year. Nirvana, I mean, it made me go back and watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which I was kind of lukewarm on. I went to go see that
Mhm.
in theaters, and when we did the episode, it was like, yeah, it was good, which pissed Mumkey the fuck off because he was ready to kill me. He was like, no, 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 defend your point. What do you mean
Well,
it's only good?
he was moving
Mhm.
from me and Addington to you and Nirvana.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
But
That's a
I
man I haven't spoken to ever. By
who
the way,
Oh,
Mumkey,
Eddington. Oh,
Eddington. Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it
you want to
happen in
make?
person.
Let's
Let's
make it
see if
Blood
he's
happen.
so big mouth.
sports. Is that what's we're doing blood
Yeah,
sports again?
I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I just want to sort of be present and make him rethink everything he says. Type deal.
Whoa. Okay, well maybe during like the disorderly premiere or whatever we wind up doing with that, because you guys are
Yeah,
all in it.
but I love everybody actually.
No, you don't.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Let's get back to the movie. But
Okay,
a
all right.
monkey I
So
haven't spoken to. He's probably a guy. Yeah. Also.
he's a guy. You're a
He's a guy.
guy. You're not a mystic. You are a guy. Um,
Yep.
so I mean, Matt Johnson's having a tremendous year. A lot of people have discovered his work as a result of Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and all these quirky, weird people, late Gen Z, late millennial types, talking up how funny that is. I enjoy it. It's not really like the thing that makes me like belly laugh, but I really enjoy what he does. And it kind of feels like, okay, this is a guy who learned from Kevin Smith's mistakes and is doing something different. What I fear, though, is that he's getting a little too comfortable in biopic territory between um, Blackberry,
Mhm.
Tony, and now he's got something about a Vice journalist. He should do the
Okay.
Jake Hanrahan story. That would be good. Turkish prison
I
movie.
should be the expert on the screenwriting part.
You
I
should
think I might
play
be the
him.
expert.
You should
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
Jake Hanrahan. That would piss him
It's
the
just
fuck off. He would be
is
raging.
what is that movie where the guy gets sent to like a Turkish prison and there's like a
Midnight
gay scene?
Express.
Yeah, it's just Midnight Express, and every
Yeah,
time
there's just
Jake
a big
Hanrahan goes to a Turkish prison, it's just steamy, and he's just wearing
there's a
underwear.
big Turkish man putting his hands on DC's hips.
Yeah, he doesn't do jujitsu. He does that Bulgarian oil wrestling where they
Oh
just
yeah, yeah,
oil
yeah,
each
yeah.
other up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When they
perfect.
reach in the pants and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
DC,
yeah,
can
yeah.
you
With a
do
grip.
a Midlands accent?
I mean, I'll try anything for you guys because I love you, but I also am
Oh,
not gonna. I mean, what's going on?
what?
Hello,
All right, maybe not.
Wow,
it's
All
me.
right.
It's me, Jack.
that was Steve Coogan actually. That was like Rob
Yeah,
Brydron you just did.
it's me, Jake Abraham,
That's
conflict
Michael Caine.
journalist.
No, that's Michael Caine. That's Michael Caine as Jake Hanrahan.
Um,
That sounds racist, even though it's not. But somehow it sounds like a racist accent.
I watch a lot of peep
It's-
shows. I can do Jeremy. Jeremy, how dare that? I'm gonna do peep show voices.
Okay.
Come on,
just
you can't do
high
that.
pitched Jake.
Yeah. Jeremy. No, it's not about the fall of the British Empire. Yeah, I'm a conflict journalist, Jeremy, for crying out loud. Yeah. Sorry, this is annoying for all the listeners, but it's like that's what he sounds like to me.
No, this is good. This is a treat. We never get
But we're actually
impressions on the
friends now,
show.
right? I mean, Jay, you guys talked it out over DMs, and he still hasn't, talked to me about it. But we're friends.
I
now,
don't
right?
know.
We're
That's
good?
none of my business, frankly. I stay out of that. But I'll just
I
say
agree.
the last tit for tat was not good. That was not good. And I'm I'm
I have
playing the
a
middleman.
I have a
Yeah.
question regarding Tony, since you have the insight here.
I mean,
Is and well, you're not Greek, but Jay is Greek over
I'm
here.
Greek. I can answer
is-
this
I'm more Greek than
question.
you, Greg.
Yeah, is
I'm more Greek than you. Did you?
Is-
Yeah. Sorry.
is Stavros Halkias getting every role that Jonah Hill and Josh Gad and Dan Fogler think are too good for? Because I feel like he keeps popping up on things where he just plays fat retard. And we used to have multiple actors that play fat retard,
Hmm.
but now we just get Stavros playing fat retard.
Here's why. So we went through this whole period of like, fat people aren't gross. Fat people can wear a Victoria's Secret. And now we're coming back to, yeah, fat people can be kind of funny and disgusting, right? And Stavros is the perfect new school example of that. He's the guy who's willing to play that character. And obviously, Jonah Hill's very sensitive about his weight. He's skinny now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan
Yeah.
Fogler, he did The Offer where he played Coppola. He doesn't want to play these roles. He wants
Anymore.
and
Yeah.
he's not getting the serious work, but he doesn't want to take this. And then what's his name, Josh Gad. We don't need any Josh Gad, frankly. So I'm glad he
Fair.
wasn't offered anything. He's got Spaceballs or some shit.
I was just trying to think of, you know, gay, not gay fat actors that play gay, not gay fat characters that are retarded. And those are the three I come up with. Can you think
I
of
will
any?
say, of the four names, Stavros feels the most line cook. He feels the most like the type of guy you'd
Fair.
see working in a
Fair.
kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's like there's a big link between Canadian filmmakers and New York filmmakers, and I think that someone who's in that sphere that Matt Johnson or whatever is in would be familiar with this, like the switch between podcaster, like from podcaster to actor, and it just works. It's like someone who's like, yeah, he gets it, man. He's sort of like he's edgy, but he's also not like a terrorist type guy. Like Stavros works in that sort of role, and I haven't seen him in Begonia, but he's also doing that. So he's like he's not. It's not just, oh, let's cast this comedian for a role. He's actually doing things in that
Mhm.
sense. Like Dasha was trying to do that. Dasha Nekrasova was doing the same thing, and then
She's playing
everything
fat
fell apart.
retard? I would love to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that.
yeah. They put her in she's Big Mama. She's the Daily
No,
Wire.
she's
The
just
Daily
skinny.
Wire. Yeah.
She's skinny, but she's acting like a slub. In Begonia, Stavros is kind of just like a fat slub cop. And there's a scene where he's
Mhm.
just eating like a big piece of cake or whatever. I would love to
Yeah.
see her playing that role.
Yeah.
Just an XL cop uniform, and yeah,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
not? What is she doing lately? Any Kolyarenko movies or just
I
chilling?
Oh,
shout out
that's your
Eugene. I
buddy.
emailed him last week. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hate that guy.
What?
I think she is in like some movie of his, right?
Wait, I thought she was gonna like
Push.
blow up after what's that show?
Succession.
Yeah,
No,
Succession. What
they
happened?
her agency dropped her because she had Nick Fuentes on the
Yeah.
podcast,
Oh,
and somebody looked it up and started taking scare quotes, and that was that. She got ended.
so you
Yeah.
mean that we can get her? Is that what you're
Mass State
saying? So
Lottery too. We're going Eurasian. Well,
Oh man.
it's unfortunate whenever that happens. And
yeah,
Scariest 61st was kind of a fun movie, but it doesn't seem like that's of interest anymore. Some people want to be political commentators for a living. All right, that's
Yeah.
boring, but have at
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, what's the we got to get to the Eugene stuff. That's exciting for the
No, I just I
what
don't like his. I mean, look, as a director, I think he's more than fine, and I enjoy his movies, but I don't like his attitude.
I think no one does. That's sort of the character. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to not no one, like everybody hates it, but it's just like everybody who's interacted with him is like this guy kind of rocks, but also he's very, rude
yeah, which is
type.
like you would expect. That's the history of directors, isn't it? So whatever. I mean, it's just if I see him on an Instagram live and he's doing his little baby voice or whatever the hell he does, I'm just sick. I feel sick in my stomach, but
what?
that's all right. He keeps making movies,
What
and
baby?
that's
What are you talking about? I'm
I
not
don't
familiar
know.
with this person at all.
I
Eugene,
don't
he
know.
did Spree, he did The Code.
No, no, no. I know his movies. I don't even know what he. I mean, I know what he looks like because I'm sure we
Yeah.
looked him up, but I don't know anything about him other than his movies.
He's kind of like a sinister gay guy, but he's not gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You compared him to Woody Allen.
Who? Me?
Hans didn't. Hans doesn't
Sorry,
even know
yeah,
who he
I
is.
don't even
Who
know who
else
he
would?
is. Yeah.
I'm so I forgot about that. That's great. That's true though. That's so true. I agree. He's a very Woody Allen type. Uh,
Ooh,
I
Hmm.
mean, not in a bad way. Not,
ooh,
not I mean, in it
chilling.
because everybody thinks about the allegation, not that way, but just like a sort of
I never
mischievous,
think
but
about the
also.
allegations.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I mean, you can't. If you think about that, then it ruins the movies. If you're very,
Mm,
Exactly. Yeah.
soft-hearted.
I don't think
Mhm.
so. I think it makes him sweeter.
Yeah, deal with that one. Go ahead, DC. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean,
This is what it
you know,
feels like.
oh no, no, no,
DC
no.
loves everybody. Listen, Woody Allen just got a $14 million budget for his new movie in France. Did you hear about this?
That's where I'm going to shoot it.
Is
I'm
that who
gonna be
you're
the
the secret
Woody?
director you're working for
I'm
right
going to
now?
France. No, I mean, not probably not, but it's funny that he's doing it in France because it's like that's the Polanski route, where like no one wants him
Yep.
because of X, Y, and Z reasons. So you go to France where the average person is disturbed enough to be like, oh yes, but he make a movie. It's okay. It's no like
Right.
yeah. Everybody's Mexican in France, by the way. I don't know. The entire thing is like you get a person like that, and they want to play a character, and after a while, you're like, okay, that they're actually not that he's fake in that way, but like he's there's a character to it where like you approach every interaction in a sort of thinking of your image and how you come out of it after the interaction, and then you have that, and you're like, yeah, it's a game. But if you're offended by the game, you got by the. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't get mad at someone being like a very New York intellectual type, like who thinks that they are on top of the world when they're kind of still getting there.
Who, Eugene? Eugene doesn't
Yeah,
feel New York at all. Eugene is so LA. He's like a 2008 LA guy to a T with his
I wish that were true.
personality.
That's Vinny Chase. He's Vinny Chase from
No, 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 no.
John Carter.
That's a cool LA guy. I mean,
Yeah,
just like a struggling LA guy. Like
yeah,
I want to
exactly.
work for American Apparel and shoot their ads type of LA guy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, he's coming to Canada again. He's coming to TIFF soon, like in a week or two. So
To
it's
show
gonna be a good time.
what? What
What?
bullshit is he showing?
What? No,
I don't know. I'm kidding. I don't know.
he's not like a horror movie. I don't know. Look, I'll support Eugene in his endeavors. Best of
Uh,
luck in your future endeavors, type deal. You know. But
Mm.
at the same time, I agree with all the negative stuff. Also,
oh,
I'm
is
like,
the guy that made that movie where Dasha fucks the Indian guy, right?
Yeah, she's
uh,
always fucking the Indian guy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All
You know,
right,
I've
Eugene.
noticed her
Weird.
promoting cryptocurrency, and I
Hans
wonder.
also.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious where is her wedding ring?
Mm.
Oh,
Hans, where is it?
I don't know when she was married. Who did she marry? Harvey?
Some Indian
See.
guy.
Oh, I don't know.
I
Nice.
mean, he's like a quarter Cherokee,
Is it the guy
Jeep
from the
Grand
movies?
Cherokee.
Did she humps
Movie
in
is
the
a
movies?
podcast about the actors. People keep comparing me to Indians all the
I'm derailing
time.
the show so bad. I'm so sorry. Like what I mean
We
is like
haven't
Hans is
spoken of Tony once, DC.
I love Tony. I love Tony. But Hans sent me a crypto scam is the reference for people who
Oh,
aren't in
oh
my
yes,
DMs.
no, that's right. Hans, he left. He's scared now. He doesn't want to get
It's
called
been
out
too
about
hot.
this. Hans is posting to his story Mr. Beast profile pictures. What is going on, Hans? Why, I thought we resolved this like 4 months ago when
Listen,
your Discord, Instagram, and Twitter
yeah.
got hacked and was
So,
posting Mr. Beast.
so this is what happened.
Mm.
I'm 40 years old, and I used to pirate things successfully back in my early 20s, even late teens. I was pirating movies, and as soon as I was able to get a faster than dial-up internet, I was the master of getting whatever the fuck I wanted, TV shows, games, whatever. For whatever reason, and by that I mean I'm old and dumb now, I was trying to download uh Grand Theft Auto Vice City remaster game because I wanted to remember my
Oh
days of being
God.
16 years old and playing that game. But I didn't realize that the game that I downloaded was weirdly only 800 megabytes, not even 1 gigabyte. And I was like, oh, that's weird. The installing icon doesn't look like anything GTA related. But let me double click it 3 times so that something might happen, and
Why does it
nothing
shake like
did.
a bug? Why is it opening my Brave browser right
No, well,
now?
no, nothing happened. So I was like, okay, I guess fine. And then I realized how big the size of the file was, and I was like, oh, weird. So I just deleted the file, and then I went and I downloaded one that was like 10 gigs or whatever that made sense. But I didn't think of it at all. I did realize that Discord didn't get attacked this time because I stopped logging into Discord on my computer after what happened last time. But that night I did log into my Instagram,
That
and
was great months
yeah.
ago when I checked my DMs on Instagram and there was a weird, I don't know, it was like 3 new messages in a
Mhm.
group chat with me and you and GMAC and Cave Moth.
Yep.
I was
So
like,
then,
huh?
because
Do
I
I want to
didn't,
open this?
I didn't know what, like, how it works. Apparently, how it works is that if you have any active chat from however long it is, or, well, not active, but like if you didn't leave the chat or if it's like not archived or whatever, if you didn't delete it, then it would go into the oldest chats that you have and then send a message with a screenshot of someone taking a picture of a laptop screen that shows like a Mr. Beast crypto or whatever. But I realize now, I mean, I started deleting all conversations because I had some small businesses here from Costa Rica that opened like fruit selling delivered to home when COVID happened and things like that that I had messaged back in the day, and
Hmm.
they got a crypto Mr. Beast message at
Here,
3 in the
here's what
morning.
I'm wondering. Here's what I'm wondering. So it was
Also,
about.
before hold on. The worst thing about this was also my ex that I had not talked to in like a year, maybe a little longer than a year. I guess I just had a chat there that I had not messaged for that long, because we were not even friends on Instagram or anything. No, this thing sent the Mr. Beast thing at 4 in the morning. So I knew for a fact that she got the notification and then I deleted the image. So I guess she thought that I was, I don't know, sending my dick at
That's the
3 in the morning and
perfect,
then regretting it. And
perfect
then it's
opening.
just like, yep.
You're getting back together, by the way. That's how it works. It's just like
Yeah.
now the
Like,
intrigue started, and she's like, What did
what
Hans
was it?
feel in his
What did
heart? What did he? Yeah, 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 yeah.
what did he
It's
send me when, when he was sleeping? And it's just like, no, it just, oh, it's gone. It's
just
unsent.
Mysterious
wait.
Hans.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, so it's been like 3 or 4 months since the last attack. What has your
Say-
computer been running like in that time with malware just hanging out, idle, waiting for the right moment to strike at 4 in the morning? Surely it must not be very usable.
So this is what happened. I had an antivirus that was taking care of everything. So it was clean. That day was when I downloaded that GTA thing, and I had not paid for my antivirus.
Oh,
Oh,
so it
Yeah.
was keeping it at
It was
bay.
it was my fault. Yeah.
Mm,
So like now I do have it and I like my computer's clean, everything's clean, and I know to not do that anymore. So I guess it's just I guess I'm just like an old person that pays for things now, and that sucks. But yeah,
wow.
that's what happened. So
Well,
anyone that got a 3 in the morning, what 5 a.m. EST Instagram message from me, sorry. It's not my penis. It's a Mr. Beast crypto thing. Just in case you thought it was that. Because I didn't message everyone to tell them what it was. I just like unsent the message.
very
yeah.
confusing what the end game of that was because I thought, is there like maybe a secret QR code or something in here that's going to drain your
No.
crypto wallet? No, it's just a screenshot of Mr. Beast's profile.
Well, it's not even a link or anything, or like a clickable
No,
anything. It's very
Yeah.
no,
weird. I don't know, but
I
I
don't
what
know. Spooky stuff.
yeah,
Very
Which is how
eerie.
I didn't get it. I don't want to keep talking, but like if it was a link, I would have clicked it because I
right.
click anything from Hans. That's the thing.
It's
That's the problem. It's like Hans is a very trustworthy person. I'm like,
yeah.
surely, surely he's not gonna drain me for all I have.
Surely
But
he's messaging me at 3 a.m.
it
because
must
he
be the
wants
truth.
me to
It must be
visit
an
a link.
emergency. Yeah.
Yeah,
Without
he's like,
saying anything before, he's just like, here's a link at 3:30 a.m. Yeah.
please help. I'm in Costa Rica. This is Drake. Drake is
Yeah.
with me. You have to bail us out.
I need you to
Anyways,
go to 911 7-Eleven and buy a gift card. That's for $500 and send me the
yeah,
code because gotta rescue my mom or whatever. The
Drake is
cartel.
drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of people bailing out, Tony in the movie gets bailed
Oh
out
yeah.
by Antonio Banderas, and he becomes a cook.
9/11.
No, 7-Eleven.
Well, does everybody here have a favorite celebrity chef?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Gordon, right?
Gordon? No.
Gordon Ramsay,
Mm,
right? Well,
that's the biopic. That's the
it's
biopic Honda's gonna make. Honda's gonna make Gordon
That's I'm
the random
starring in it.
story.
I'm
Yeah,
working on my wrinkles. Is that or Barefoot Contessa is my other favorite chef. She rules. Fat woman. She's the best.
fat woman. Wow, it's
The,
kind of
the
mean and unnecessary. We all knew she was fat. You didn't have to go there.
I was
no,
I
no,
was thinking of the
said
Humpty
with
Bogart one.
love.
Yeah,
That's up with
Yeah.
love. She's my favorite. When
How
I
about Emeril Lagasse? Remember him? Bam.
no,
Yeah, of course.
no.
That was
Bourdain
a
wrote
good
about
one.
Emerald also, being like, "You guys hate him, but he's just securing the bag" type deal. It's in a
He,
book of his
he was not so
called
generous to Guy Fieri. Oh,
The
then that's
Nasty
the next one I'm going to check out. I'm reading the last one they published, which is just like
Medium
it
Raw.
reads like an instructional manual, basically, of places to go and eat, and they have a bunch of his colleagues writing essays about him.
Yeah, yeah. It's not Medium Raw, then it's the other one. I know what you mean. I forget what it's
It
called, but it's
was
like the Seed
published post
collection.
mortem.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. A bunch of his friends just wrote essays about how great he was.
They don't talk about how great he is. And this is something that comes up in the Roadrunner documentary, which I realized only after they did AI dead person voiceover,
Oh,
Yeah.
which was wild. I didn't know that
yikes.
at all. They talk about him in a pretty grounded way. They don't really talk. I mean, they obviously talk up where he was skilled, but I feel like when he's an asshole, they make note. Yeah, he was kind of an asshole. He was
Mm.
kind of a pain to deal with during this time.
Yeah.
Wait, Coyote and Road versus Roadrunner, the movie that
Acme
just came out.
versus Coyote. That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
extended
That's
Starring Will
universe,
Forte.
Tony. Yeah.
No, but also in Tom Vitale's book, Tom Vitale was a director he worked with for many, many years on his show. There's a bunch of truth bombs, like not truth bombs, like bombshells or whatever. One of which is Bourdain tried to kill him by choking him to death in a Asian country, which is crazy.
Wow.
So like in the
What
whole book,
prompted
he's
it?
like, it was some bullshit. I don't remember, but it's like a Sia related bullshit, I think, or something like that, where it's like he messed up something, or he was saying something about like a Sia is not the best. I forget the exact circumstances, but the thing is, the whole book, Tom is like, I was crying and so sad, and how do you? And then he drops like, oh, and he tried to strangle me in a hotel room in Asia. It's interesting. I don't know if it's true, but uh, I believe it.
I mean, what was the name of the book you recommended to me when we were talking one night?
Oh shoot, man! The guy is Charles Learson. I think it's Down and Out in Paradise. Yes, Down and Out in Paradise.
Okay, I got a PDF of that downloaded. I want to make sure that was
It's
the right one.
horrible. It's horrible. It's really mean-spirited and false, and it's awesome to just have a hater of Bourdain write a book about how much he hates Bourdain. It's crazy. It's extremely mean, and he looks into the past. Like he found, I think I told you this, but he found that his dad killed someone in a drunk driving accident or something like that, and he got away with it. Like stuff like that, like just vicious levels
What?
of
Hold
hater.
up. The nice dad in this movie?
Yeah, yeah, the guy from Mad Men. Yeah, yeah, the madman killed a person drunk driving.
Hmm.
But his
Wow.
real dad, I think his real dad was chill, man. The real dad was like he was a Columbia Records employee, I think, like just a record company employee. They were like super buds. He was really fat and he died of a heart attack pretty young. And yeah, apparently he killed someone while drunk driving, which haven't we all?
Hardcore.
Ah,
Wow.
well, um, have you guys ever been 20 years old and walk up to a bar and have some oysters and then say, "Hey, I've had this in Europe,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
they are the future." Have you guys ever
Yeah.
done that? Because I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's so cool. I feel like that would
No.
be such a cool thing to do if you were like a cool guy.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
There's this movie is so full of those moments that I'm just like, oh man, if I was a shithead 19-year-old, I would think this is the coolest thing. It's like the first time you read a Bukowski poem and you're
yeah.
like, are you allowed to curse in poetry? This guy is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And I hated that part of this movie.
It, it's kind of. I mean, DC, maybe you can shine a light on this because you have a bunch of talented people in this movie, and it should come together in a more interesting fashion than I think it does. I mean, I found it to be a good movie. It was an enjoyable movie, but it's not a special movie. It's a
Mhm.
very replaceable movie, in fact. And considering who helmed it, and also Dominic Sessa is great, I would say, as young
Excellent.
Anthony Bourdain. He's got like a great voice emulation of Bourdain, where he's not doing too much and he looks moody, and it's good.
As
I gotta say though, I watched it in French. Maybe I had to watch the French dub because that was the only thing playing near me, so I watched the French dub of the movie, so I don't know how he
So you
sounded like,
don't
but
know.
I
well, I don't
actually don't.
I mean,
Mm.
I'm not familiar with Bourdain at all. Like I'm the one in the podcast that can say I've heard his voice, but I've never watched like an episode of anything he's done or anything. Like I don't really know anything about him. So I came into this story blind as to like let's see what I can learn about Anthony Bourdain, and I feel like I learned nothing.
Nothing. No,
And I
Yeah.
think that's the
actually, I.
and that's the problem. Like it doesn't
That's
feel like a
right.
biopic. It feels like this would just fit in an episode of whatever. You know, oh, this is an episode of a character that doesn't matter, and then he doesn't change anything about himself from beginning to the end of the movie. He kind of just cheats everyone to get
I
what he
think
gets.
I
He
think
wants.
Matt Johnson has and he kind of did this with Blackberry, where it's like he's skinning what would be a biopic and fitting in another story.
Exactly.
And this movie doesn't feel like it would be something designed for somebody who, I mean, actually, that's not true. It does feel designed for somebody who knows nothing about Anthony Bourdain, but also a person who doesn't want to learn anything about Anthony Bourdain. Like, you could just
Yeah.
take this as a young man's excursion. Like, there's a movie from the 70s. What is it called? I think it's like Summer of 58. There's some
Mm.
shots in this movie that remind me of, and the name of the movie, the actual name of the movie is escaping me. It could be that Summer of '58, and it's kind of forgotten to time. What it's probably more known for these days is popping up in The Shining because it's on a TV that like Shelley's watching. No, it ain't Summer of '58. That's some
Summer 42.
shitty Summer '42.
Hmm.
Is that right?
Is
During
that
the
it?
war?
Yeah, it's Summer '42. Thank you, Hans. Yeah, and this was kind of like a Walton's precursor. Takes place, I believe, in New England, and it's well shot. And it's a
Nantucket.
very nothing story. It's just a young man's summer and how
He's
he's
just
like
horny.
almost sleeping with a widow, excuse me, not a
Hell
widower.
yeah.
That'd be very edgy for the 70s.
Yeah.
Um,
Your wife died. Are you gay? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And
but that's
there's
what
some
I
shots
sorry.
in this movie where they're going over to like the house party and stuff in
Hmm.
Provincetown. And it looks like that. It looks like a new version of that. So I can appreciate those aspects, but it becomes conventional. And I do think you have some good performances here. Like I said, Dominic Sessa, but really Leo Woodall stole
Oh
it from
yeah.
me. Is like playing a pretty authentic 20th century Boston guy. That was like every one of my uncles.
Hmm. They're cool. You have cool uncles. Yeah, the whole time I was like, even though the movie's about to show you that he's bringing Tony down a dark path, it's also like, yeah. Well, weirdly, I just what I think he was cool. Weirdly enough, it reminded me of the way they did Roy Cohn in the
Mm.
Trump
The
movie, where
Apprentice.
it's The Apprentice. Yeah, where it's like everything you know about this guy was actually from another guy. Type of stuff where the drugs, the way he talked about this and that, the oysters. I don't know, like the
But
mentor teaching someone all their traits is something that I've seen only in the
but
Trump movie so
but I
far.
think the problem with this movie is that the dark path is like 2 days of partying, and then
Yeah,
the other guy gets fired, and then now he has a job.
yeah,
I feel like my biggest problem with this movie, again, that's like not knowing anything about Anthony Bourdain, is one that I learned nothing about him, so it doesn't matter that a movie's called whatever. It could be literally
my favorite part, by
Tom.
the way. I
The,
love that, but
you do? Okay, Tom, the movie about, Tom, the guy that got a job as a chef even though he doesn't know how to cook. Like it could be that, and that's fine. But my other issue that I had with this movie is that it doesn't feel like this is a character that we should even be following because he doesn't really have any traits. He's not even narrating his story. It feels like he's like a secondary character to what's happening.
yeah,
Every time something happens, he's just kind of standing there awkwardly, staring from like the dark and just getting away or just like running away from his problems, running away from everything. So at no point it feels like we're either following him or rooting for him. Uh, there's a couple of scenes that I found very confusing as to like what kind of character are we supposed to believe he is. There's one where he's just standing at the party. He's just standing in the dark, staring wide-eyed at a girl, and then he walks up to her and goes like, "Hey, do you know that shellfish gives me a boner?" Or like talks about like how mollusks or whatever are aphrodisiacs, and I'm just like, okay, so are we supposed to believe that he's the cool? Again, I don't know anything about Anthony Bourdain, but what I know is that people think that he's like cool and whatever. Right? That's his
he's
whole
pretty cool.
image.
Yeah,
He's not cool in this movie at all. So if this
right.
is like this is where he you know, where he was born, and so like develop his personality or whatever. We get none of that. We get an awkward. He doesn't know how to talk to anyone. He doesn't know how to interact with people socially. He doesn't know how to lie because no one really believes his lies. Everyone kind of knows that he's just pretending to be a character that he's not.
Yeah.
And then there's no consequences to anything, to any of his lies or anything that happens. Why? Because he's lying about having experience about being a chef. The head chef knows that, but he likes him, so he puts up with him because he likes him. And then the restaurant is set on fire because of him, and he just runs away because, oh, this girl that I've been wanting to fuck, which by the way I've been stalking, and the reason why I'm here is because I'm stalking this girl that I'm obsessed with. This girl that I've been stalking all of a sudden realizes that I've been stalking her, so she's like, and then the next couple of days she's like, you know what, come look for me at college in September. So it's like, okay, so no consequences for the creepy, whatever thing. It worked. So at the end of the movie, he is not a chef, but gets a recommendation to be a chef in a prestigious school or whatever to learn or whatever the fuck that last thing is. That's a scene that we get. Uh,
Yeah.
Even though he never learned how to fucking cook an egg, he was just nice to the Antonio Banderas character. The girl that he's been stalking, and the only reason why he's here, because he doesn't care about anything else but this girl, comes back and she's like, "Oh yeah, I guess you're making a barbecue for poor people." So all of a sudden, I'm interested in you. So hey, just so no repercussions for that at all. So we have a zero character that has no
Well, it's a
personality.
clam bake. It's not a barbecue for poor
Okay,
people.
okay, he's
Sorry,
giving
Mr.
it
Rich
away.
Guy. Dude, it's delicious.
Yeah,
It looks like
all right,
lobster and
all right,
everything.
but he's like giving it away for what I mean is like he's giving a service to the community. So I guess that means that
No.
him stalking me or whatever is fine. Also, his chef, head chef, that his like father figure throughout the entirety of the movie, he fires him because he runs away after he sets the kitchen on fire, and he realizes that he's, well, or tells him that he's not a chef. Completely understood that he's getting fired. So what does he do? Oh, he breaks into his home, steals whatever the fuck recipe or whatever so that he can put it on his thing. No repercussions for that, no anything. And instead, the chef is like, you know what? Let me just change your name so that you can be successful and not just be not taken seriously because you're Tony. So at the end of the movie, we get a character that doesn't change. It's kind of just shitty to everyone, just takes advantage of every step that he can get so he can get what he wants. And then he gets it. So then he's like, all right, so who am I? I know that you're not supposed to root for someone in a movie, but this is supposed to be a biography about a character that I guess we're supposed to like. Or we're supposed to like, oh, this guy becomes this very successful writer, chef, travel TV person. But none of that is in this movie other than this guy's a climber that takes advantage of people and he gets away with it and everyone's just fine with
Did
him
you
doing
call him a
that.
clam bandit?
Oh, climber. It's like
Oh,
the
climber.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, the nasty clam bangers over there, always getting away with the damn shrimp. Yeah,
But you know what I
I
mean? Like there's like what's the character here? Like what am I supposed to
that's the
feel about
best.
Anthony
That's
Bourdain
the best,
afterwards?
Hans. That's what I love about this movie because I was afraid, you know? First, I was afraid because I was like, "Is this gonna
You were
be like just
Were
like
you
a?"
petrified.
petrified? Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. I do know the song, but I was fearing this sort of thing where like it's gonna cut to him 20 years later and it's welcome to my world, Anthony Bourdain. I love the idea of the fact that first you don't really get to know him. Second, it's the least interesting stage in his life where he hasn't really done anything. He's not cool. He's not interesting. He's sort of, as the first quote says, which is from Bourdain himself, which is like, I was basically a lousy lout, deserving of an ass kicking. That's a great thing. It's like the idea of, for example, doing a biopic on the guy who invented, I don't know, the first steam engine, but as a kid where he was just like being a piece of shit to his sister. I think that's so interesting. It's like someone who does something interesting, but at a point where he's nothing. I love that
Ooh.
concept.
What about doing
Uh,
it at like age 1 and you cover
yeah,
age 1 of that guy?
yeah, just
But
a
that, I
shit
mean that
baby.
for me that works as a series, I guess. But I don't know if I want
Yeah,
to watch a movie about.
You would
Again,
do
I
a
don't know.
whole season of someone at age
yeah.
1?
See,
I,
Hans loved it so much he wants 10 hours of this. That's what he's
I
saying.
mean,
That's it.
when do we get to the point where he gets so obsessed with Asia Argento that he ends up
That's
doing the thing that
Roadrunner.
he?
That's the last 40 minutes of Roadrunner.
Uh,
That's dark. That's
In
bleak.
fact, if you skip 10 years after his death, you have a crazy movie in the making. I mean, that would be insane. Imagine if someone made a movie 10 years after he died. That would be insane. I don't know
There's a
who's going to
lot
make that.
of there's a
Yeah.
lot of older actors who could play Bourdain great. Like Danny Houston would be slam dunk
Oh,
Bourdain. He
yeah.
sounds like him. He looks like him. You could do Eric Bogosian as Bourdain. So many
Oh my.
older. Yeah, he could.
Show like Bourdain, you're doing the reverse Wolverine, where you cast the tall guy as the small guy, or vice versa. Sorry, you just small guy as a tall guy.
Is he small? What do you hang out with
Eric,
him? Is this your other
yeah,
friend?
yeah, Eric,
Another
but
best friend.
yeah, no, he's just a small guy. He's a tiny man. Bourdain was tall.
Yeah, it's called the magic of cinema, DC.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is also 5'5".
Have you seen Lord of the Rings, DC? You know what happened in that movie? They made holes in the ground so that people can go in those holes and look little.
Did you know, Hans, that when he kicks the bucket, he actually, or the helmet, he actually broke his foot?
What
Who?
helmet? Who?
What?
That's like the most. That's the famous fact about Lord of the Rings. He kicked a helmet and he broke his
Who
foot.
did? There's like
Who?
100 he's in that movie.
Yeah, Peter Jackson? Who did it?
Yeah, Peter Jackson died.
George
J.R.R.
Lucas?
Tolkien?
No, the guy,
Elijah Wood.
Oh.
Viggo
Uh,
Mortensen, where he gets angry and he kicks a hat, or he kicks a
a
helmet,
hat.
and then he broke his foot.
Kick the
I didn't know
bucket,
that.
just like Bourdain. Kick the bucket.
Rest
He's
in
in a
peace.
hole too.
Well, no, actually, he's
Anyway,
not. He was cremated. He was cremated in his.
they
Yeah,
threw him at sea with Osama.
yeah.
Just like all the millennial relics, they all get sent to sea.
Yeah, that I wish, man. All I'm saying is I like this concept, and I like the fact that you have this like very uninteresting time. But it is interesting because it also works as a summer movie, where it's like if you don't know Bourdain, you honestly don't care about Bourdain or anything like that. It's like, yeah, this is a cool summer movie, not because the character is cool, but because the vibe. That's the thing it does the most strongly, I think, is give you a sense of that time in Provincetown. It's like I want to hang out there. I want to eat, seafood with these guys. I kind of that like YOLO or no, FOMO, sorry, like feeling of like I wish I had that experience is kind of strong with not experience, but just the place is nice, man. It's awesome.
Yeah,
The
it did
house
make
party,
me
you can
want
just
to
take chips and
eat
wood from the
some.
wall. That's awesome.
I want to eat some lobster rolls during this movie. Alamo Draft House should have done something like that, but I think it was just like the Anthony Bourdain cocktail or whatever the hell they do.
The most unhinged thing is we went to the market here, and one of the oyster sellers before the movie even came out, they did an unofficial Tony collaboration with A24. It was clearly fake because it was AI. They AI'd the Tony poster and the restaurant's logo and say like, "This is the Bourdain special" or whatever.
The
Which it was
official.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just a regular portion. So shout out Jean Talon Market restaurant where they sell seafood. Yeah.
You know what my favorite part of the movie was when Tony was like MLH. And by that I mean at one point he's like talking to this girl and he's like, "Hey, you're left-handed. That's the devil." You know what that means? Is that's the devil. And then the girl's like, "What?" And he's like, "Never mind. Actually, my mom says that." And then she's like, "Why do you say that?" And he's like, "I don't know." It's like that's how fuck MLH is very Tony. It's just like why are you saying that when you don't even know what he
Do you
means?
want
And
water or Coke? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
All
exactly.
right,
Yeah,
guys, come on now. MLH is a trooper. He's a friend of mine, a friend in
he's
need,
a
and friend indeed.
he's a friend of everyone, but
You make fun of
he
him like
just
he's an enemy. He's just he's a
no. You can. I don't make fun of enemies. I don't pay attention to enemies. I make fun of my
We make fun
friends.
of enemies on this show.
all the time. We've
But
been
there,
doing it.
but there's hate behind it, though. You can tell when we're
That's
just
what I'm
like,
saying.
I've shared a bet with MLH. You haven't, DC. So until you do that, shut the fuck up.
True. Well,
Well,
we
haven't
all
we
we
all
all have.
shared a bed with an enemy once or twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No, you don't do that with enemies, DC.
Well, they're not always enemies at first.
yeah. Enemies of the future, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How sick is this new Strokes album, by the way? I hate to bring this up, but I've been paid by Rick Rubin. The new Strokes album is terrific. What the hell? How do they even
Man,
make music like
he's
that?
disgusting to look at, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Rick Rubin.
I'm tired of his big beard and his
Yeah, yeah, and
no
barefoot.
shoes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No shoes, no
terrible.
service. They say that in the restaurant.
Well, he has to feel the vibrations of the music, so
Oh
he has to
yeah,
be barefoot.
so true. That's
I
right.
have this weird thing where, like, obviously I hate laziness, but I also have sort of a weird respect for people who do sort of like he doesn't have anything. He
Mm.
doesn't know. He doesn't like have any technical knowledge, but he's still like the guru of music, which is kind of sick. Imagine being the guru of music without having played a tune in your life.
Well, he's got
And
like 30 years under his belt of great examples of like producer work where he can do that
Mhm.
now, and he can just say anything, and people have to listen. People
Yeah,
have
Yeah.
to
this
take
is
it
it's like,
kind of serious still.
hey, this band that was really good, I told them to lower the volume on this thing, and now the album sold 20 million, so it's me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm producer guy. I know music. I'm guy. That's it. That's his whole career.
Yeah.
And yeah, no.
So yeah, Rick Rubin. But I mean, regardless of Rick, you know, I think the album is like, what the hell is going on? It's sonically. I hate music. I don't even listen to music most of the time. But I listen to the album and it's like, what the hell? Anyway,
What do you
so
think
I'm not.
of? What do
Wait,
you
No
think?
one
Hold up.
cares
What do
about
you
that.
think of? You don't like Wagner?
No, I mean he was I like the Tannhauser Overture. That's based. I like that.
Jesus. So wait, so you've listened to the other Strokes albums though, right?
After this one, yeah, I'm a huge
Oh,
stroker now, but like I didn't know.
that's
I
weird.
didn't.
All right, that's not. I don't know if I would admit that.
I love the Strokes. It's
A
not.
big
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
stroker. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If it's a crime to love the Strokes and the Voids,
I
We
used
got
rocking
to
a
out.
be.
real Strokes goon here
I
on the
used to.
podcast.
I used to be, and then I just life just kind of just takes that away from me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You Strokes, and then there's the Void, and you have to like look into it. It's great.
The Void.
No, I mean obviously, if you guys are making some lascivious comments there, I don't know what you're talking.
No,
I just love the Strokes,
you
man.
love
I
the
love
stroke. Yeah, I get it.
Julian
Been
Casablancas.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Even the music he made with Lonely Island, which I'm not a fan of, is kind of crazy boombox.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I like
Well,
Strokes.
I think Rick Rubin is somebody you could compare to Bourdain, where clearly there's a skilled guy, and now the reputation is starting to shift. Just like
Mm.
Bourdain's reputation took a dive after he died. He can't defend himself anymore, so people are like, "Look at this corny asshole."
Yeah. Which is it's where all greatness lies, is between the line between cringe and excellent. It's just like the Bourdain is very, like, quippy and, almost like stupid American Traveler, but also that's, like, so pure in the way he does it. That's what makes him cool and great. I don't know. It's like I'm not, I see a leather jacket and I just light up. I'm like, "Oh, wow, what? And he smoked cigarettes and he went to fucking Thailand?" I don't care. But he did these things in a very, um funnily enough, non-performative way, and I respect that. I respect, like, someone being their, boomer self in that
No,
straight of
and if you watch a lot of he had like 3 or 4 shows. He had a Cook's
yeah,
tour, which was
yeah,
what like the New York Times funded
2002
that.
2002 to 2005, I think something like that, or
And
2004.
that show didn't really take off. I think people paid attention to it because of Kitchen Confidential when that book
Yeah,
came out, but it really wasn't what he was known for. And then No Reservations, which is also our secondary YouTube channel, our clip channel, No Reservations, that is really what people know him for on the television. That became the
yeah.
most popular of the shows. And then you take a look at Parts Unknown, and that is almost unwatchable to me. It's
What?
just like, yeah,
I
that's the
what?
worst one.
I'll watch Parts Unknown over any film ever made.
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
Including mine. Included like, I think it's cinema. It's, like, pure cinema, in a way, but I understand what you mean. It's not a travel show, it's not a cooking show, it's not even a political
It's
show, it's, like,
kind of a
all of the
travel
above.
show. It is kind of a travel show, but it's just
Right,
not.
but not in
I
the
don't know if
sense.
he's not like delving. For me anyway, I don't think he's delving into anything interesting on that show. I think when he did No Reservations, like you're trying to get all these flavors of different cities and countries, and you're
Yeah,
not necessarily. I mean, sometimes you are looking to unpack that, but sometimes it's just being unpacked by proxy of being there and trying a new
mhm,
food, and you're getting something through something unintentional. And I admire that. I like the lo-fi nature of the show and how he's
yeah,
so kind of just like not really wanting to put up some performative energy to what you were saying.
mhm.
And I'll have his travel companion who comes in and he'll be eating blood sausage so happily in fucking Germany. It looks disgusting, makes me want to puke, but he's having a good
You don't
time.
like blood sausage? You
No,
guys are
well,
losing me by the statement, that's great. Blood sausage is delicious. I mean, it's so
listen.
delicious.
I've never had blood sausage, but it looks disgusting to me.
Come to my house. Hans, come to my house, we'll watch Bourdain for 24 hours straight, and we'll
I
eat blood
don't.
sausage and
I don't want to eat your blood sausage. That sounds like a boner,
Is this going to
doesn't
be
it?
prepared by you, or are you gonna?
Just
How's this going to work?
I know how to make it. Yeah, when I worked in a restaurant. By the way, this is the most cringe part about me is like I mean no, there's a lot, but the when I was at my lowest point, really down bad, with university and everything, I stopped for a semester and I went to work in a kitchen because I was so obsessed with Kitchen Confidential. This was
Damn.
when I was like a baby.
A blood sausage
And
kitchen.
so anyways, and that's how I learned to make blood sausage. Yeah, I can make my own. You just because you just get like pig's blood and you can make it quite easily.
But I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
blood.
wonderful. Yeah, no, great. We have
What
a
if you
thing
don't
called
like blood?
morcilla here, which is
Yeah.
just like it's just pieces of whatever. It's not even beef, but it's just pieces of whatever with cow's blood,
Yeah.
and then they do like a little picadillo, so it's like all cut up, so you can put
Mhm.
in tortillas and shit. And I just want to murder everyone that serves that shit because that's disgusting.
No,
But
murder
that's like
everyone who eats that shit and like give it to me. I'll have it. I
you
love that.
like the blood?
Oh
You
my
love the
god.
blood. I don't know if we're wrapping anytime soon, because I don't remember when we started this, but I
We didn't
wanted
start talking about the
to.
movie yet, but
I
sorry.
did.
Yeah, no, we
I
haven't
did.
even touched on Tony. I mean,
Okay, well, I don't want to touch on Tony, but I want to bring up a topic that I think would be interesting to talk to you two guys about, because I don't know how big of a Robin Hood fan you guys are, but how do you guys feel about the fact that for whatever reason, we're just getting Robin Hood stuff to watch? There's Robin Hood Hugh Jackman movie that came out as a A24 produced movie called The Death of Robin Hood earlier this year, where he's like Logan, right, who is just sad.
Mhm.
And then the next Paul Greengrass movie, it's a Robin Hood movie starring Andrew Garfield. And I'm just confused as to why Hollywood all of a sudden decided that we need Robin Hood when nothing Robin Hood has been successful in how long?
Luigi
Even
Mangione.
Hmm.
that's a good guess. I don't think so. I don't honestly. I couldn't tell you. They trot out Robin Hood every so often. Russell Crowe before he got all big and fat was the
I love
last
that movie,
Robin
by the
Hood.
way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was it good?
But that wasn't even that long ago, right?
Oh yeah, it was like 2013 or something. No, like it was
Was it?
2015,
I think it
14. I'm not sure.
was it Tony Scott, Ridley Scott?
Another Tony. I love Tony. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those guys. It's I don't think it's Ridley. I think it's Tony. Yeah,
We got to
it's
do the Tony
Anthony Scott.
special. We should watch the
Oh
Tonys.
fuck, that's 2010. That's Ridley Scott. Yeah.
2010. Yeah, yeah. It's
Well,
Ridley.
DC. I thought you were. Hold on. You were going to share some intel on why this movie didn't stick the landing, and you haven't
I
shared a single bit of information from behind
well,
the
I
scenes.
don't want to be the facts guy. I'm already pulling out so many facts. I almost forgot about him. It's like the whole thing is, the only thing I know, and I don't want to like spill the beans or like dirt, all that stuff. But it's basically a situation where you have someone who's on the come up, as you said, Matt Johnson, being offered this like very of the time of the moment. Weirdly enough, I know it's a biopic of a dead guy from the 70s, but it is a very for some reason on Instagram and Bourdain's popularity keeps growing despite the fact that there's no new anything. It's just it cycles through the generations that people are just like, yeah, I'm having my low cortisol European summer, and then they post a picture. So I think it was the time the studio said we got to make this, and the situation on set, I wasn't there, obviously, so I'm not gonna pretend like I know, seemed to be, from what I gathered, not really a Matt Johnson movie in the way where he can just, like, do what he was so controlled and so, like, put in a box that, he was the man in a box. Unrelated, I don't know why I brought that up, but,
Oh, it just trended on the Billboard charts for the first time in 30 years or something.
hell yeah. What happened? Walton Goggins said he liked it or something?
I don't know how that wound up. I thought maybe they played it in Fortnite or something. I'm so out of touch with whatever's going on with Gen Z and Gen
Lane
Alpha.
Stanley will return in Fortnite. Um,
Hey, maybe
but
he will. Maybe he'll be AI'd back to life.
yeah. But Alice in Chains is actually it starts with AI, AIC. It doesn't matter. What I want to say is for that movie, it's like when you see that someone who's so free spirited and so like crazy filmmaker shooting on the streets of Toronto and everything, doing a standard movie like that, it must only be the consequence of just not being given enough freedom. Where like there was never going to be the Bourdain movie where it gets crazy. It had to stick to some sort of like structure, and putting someone who's so free in a structure like that basically castrates them in a weird way. It's a
Mm.
castration movie, another Canadian classic. But like basically, what happens is like it's like in a way like not really like he wasn't able to flow free. Like yes, I'm pretty sure that he brought in the Stavros thing where like the humor, some of the stuff is a bit edgy also. I don't know if he used the F slur, but like in the French version, he calls someone like a faggot or something. Like, oh, okay, this is like a modern movie that's doing that.
How
But
would he say that in French?
PD, basically.
Oh,
PD. Yeah,
PD.
yeah.
Okay,
Which it's bad
doesn't
because
hit
like
doesn't hit us hard.
oh, it's pretty evil because it's like it's like it flows from pederast, which is basically like pedophile. So like you basically call gays
Okay,
Oh,
pedos,
so
okay.
pedo. That's pedo, not faggot though.
but that's the word that they use to
Oh,
discriminate
wild. Okay.
Yeah.
discriminate.
I mean,
Anyways,
you would think the French would be a little softer with gay people, but I guess.
no, but it's all about posturing. This world that we live in is all about posturing. The people who hate the most on something are actually the ones who are like, "Oh, it's not the worst thing." It's like how you find out, like all these people are like, "Everybody's a grifter online. I'm the true guy," and then it's like, "Oh,
Right.
but you send me a Mr. Beast link, so you're not really that."
Gotcha.
No,
Yep.
I'm just joshing. Hounds is a real guy.
I mean, I
But
wish my crypto wallet was more than $10 because
you
I've
know,
been getting $1 a month from Brave for like 2 years. Otherwise, I would have no money there. But
you
yeah,
were the starving child that people were getting money from on
yeah,
TV ads in the '90s for $1 a day.
I know.
Um,
I can afford a T-shirt. That's the only difference between me and that little
I don't
you
boy.
know.
can
The
buy a
Mr.
T-shirt.
Beast crypto link said you had $1 million sent to you by Mr. Beast. I
Uh,
don't believe it.
oh man, do you know how quickly I would stop talking to you guys if I had $1 million?
That makes me sad. That makes me sad. If I'm just a broke guy to you, I'm a stroke
No,
guy.
no, 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 no. What I mean is I would just retire from everything and just move to like a nothing and like
As
lose
opposed
contact from
to what you're
everyone.
doing now, which is
Which is I have the internet, so I have to talk to you guys, I guess. So it's fine.
oh
Yeah.
man, you'd go offline completely. That's crazy. But sorry,
Probably, yeah.
all this to bring up just for the fact that someone who's so free flowing, being put in a box, makes them incapable of doing anything that's cohesive and works. Because on the one hand, you have the standard biopic thing. On the other hand, you have the damn summer movie thing, and on the third hand, you have this like passion project of Dominic Sessa being this like character, and so it just that it explains to me a lot because there are moments in this film that are so strong. Like even the first bar scene is like really good when he gets like punched out, and then the shot of him and Leah Woodall like just steals his money, and when the chef comes out, he's like, oh, he's been robbed. I love that. I love that like shitbag sort of like fun little like cinema representations, I guess. And then you have a lot of great scenes in the movie, but together they just don't come into something. They don't ascend higher than the individual scenes. Like never in this film was I like, okay, we're gonna reach a new level. It's just like, okay, this is scene, another one, fun. Okay, this one not so much. But it was just you went through it, and then at the end you're like, yeah, man, I can't hate on it. I can't be like, oh, this is fucking bad and the worst thing. It's like, no, it's a very standard movie, and in a weird way. And this is gonna make me lose a friend, but it's like it's almost like slop-ish in that way. Not
Ooh.
sloppy, but it's almost like this is like summer slop, man. You go watch it, it's like you have a time, whether it's a fun time or a bad time depends on you. And that's it. And there's no fundamental change to the art of cinema. There's also no so bad it's good. It's just like it's competent, but then it's not
Well,
more than some of those
DC, you
movies.
know what somebody said to me when I referred to the second Marvel Spider-Man movie as a slopaganza is, they said this person used the word slop, so you can't really treat their
Yeah.
opinions seriously. And
Hmm.
I felt that in my soul, and that's why I don't use words like slop or grifter or these like internet buzzwords. And you use both tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm right. I don't care. Like if someone wants to disregard me, they're slop. You're a slop,
I think
actually.
No, you're
You're a
slop.
slop grifter.
I think that the biggest problem with the movie is just it kind of feels like a TV movie from the 90s,
Yeah,
where you
which I
get
love, but
not
Luke
much.
Perry as Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you something, DC, since you have the inside into this movie.
I mean, I'm overselling it. I really don't have
He
I
was
talked
on
to
the
him about
set
it,
in
since
but
since you were
Provincetown.
since you were one of the producers that is not listed here, since you are Shom S. Sengupta is an alias for you as a co-producer. um, why is there 20 producers for this movie? Why is there four writers? And why do you give a movie to a director without allowing them to just work on a script? Oh, hold on. A better question is, why would you, as a director that's currently blowing up, I don't know when he got this
thank
movie,
you.
I don't know when this movie was shot. Why would you take something like this that has so many hands that would not allow you to make the movie that you want to make when you're successful enough to have a pick of it? Because I don't think anyone said, "Oh, you know what? The Anthony Bourdain movie can only be directed by
But
Matt Johnson."
it's an A24 movie. right? And
Right.
DC, maybe you can shed light on this. Nobody really considers A24 not a filmmaker first studio. There is
Right.
Mhm.
this um, wrong perception that they give like total freedom to their directors, and we know that's not true from Joel Potrykus because he was offered a movie, and they said, "All right, you know, we want you to direct a movie for us, but we have a list of directors of photography here that you got to choose from."
Mm.
And he couldn't bring
Hmm.
in his own long-term guy that he's worked with. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oop.
The ghost of Bourdain is haunting me
Ooh.
right now. Oh, fuck.
Bisexual lighting now.
Yeah, now
No,
it's
it's not.
very
This is
Showtime after
yeah.
dark. DC, can you sum this up? You know, can you help us clear up this issue?
I mean, geez Louise, that's like the I think that's the case.
Geez,
A24
Luigi Mangione.
there was a man with a gun and a CEO with a bullet ready for him. No, it was like again, I wasn't there. I wasn't there, but I can only imagine that it is, as I said, the perfect time in the studio's head. Sort of some rando executives are just like, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's put it together. Who's a young guy? Who's a whippersnapper? Never had the behind the show. Yeah, he's kind of a crazy guy. Let's bring it. And then you have this. And as a Matt Johnson spiritualist, I guess I can be like, yeah, you would probably take it. A24 movie, it's not a stupid move. And by the way, I don't think it's doing so poorly. Like it's not gonna hurt his career in any way. Where it's like worst case scenario, it's one for them, so he can make the next one for himself. And best case scenario, it's like a huge success, and he's making the right movie at the right time, type deal. And then the other thing, the other question about like why, uh, or like why do this and why A24 is like that. It's like they used to be a small little thing. I mean, not small, obviously, it's all like big money, but they used to be like, yeah, let's do the safety stuff. Let's bring the streets to the screen. But now it's too big. It's gotten to a point where it's just another studio. I have no prestige in my head. When I see the A24 logo, I'm not like, okay, strap in, guys. Cinema's about to happen. It's more like, yeah, it's just another movie. It's just like seeing Paramount or fucking WB or anything like that or Focus Features. It's not, to me, it's not prestige, but people still have that idea until they don't anymore. Same with Marvel. People didn't hate Marvel as much as they do now before they kept pumping the same movie out again and again and again with less and less quality. There's going to be a time where people are just going to be like, yeah, man, A24 fell off.
It's
And
The Blumhouse thing, right? Which is like,
sure.
oh, it started as like this independent company that would just trust independent filmmakers, and then it just
Yeah.
became what everything else is as soon as it became successful. So I guess it's just like a production house's life cycle. I guess it always
Yeah.
gets to that point.
And then there's gonna be the new one because now people are like gassing up Neon or whatever. It's like, yeah, we don't like A24, we like Neon. It's like, do you think Neon is gonna be this like little darling thing forever? People are darlings until they get big and then they become fucking, monsters. Like that's just how it goes. You can't scale to a point and then continuously take risks that way. Like it becomes more of a thing where it's just like, no, we're gonna bank in on the good name until we don't anymore, and then it crashes, and the new one comes in, and now our savior is gonna be Zebulon Pictures, and Zebulon is not the same, guys. We're not like A24. We're gonna trust filmmakers, and then 10 years later, same thing happens, and over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
it's all cycle. And with Bourdain, I didn't know there were 20 producers on the movie. That makes sense, though. But they're looking at it like it's a property, like it's a franchise, because I guess in
Right.
some ways it is, right? And this movie should have reinvigorated Bourdain's legacy. And I don't think it's done that. I think it kind of
It's kind of a
failed at
hater
doing
movie.
that.
Yeah, it's sort of like this guy sucked. Maybe he became cool later, but don't forget he sucked at one point. He was just like a little, and he's not even a junkie in the movie yet, quite.
No.
Like that's the thing. It's like we don't even get the actual because I haven't seen him, I haven't met him. This is all like parasocial, I guess. But Bourdain was real down bad. He was like way worse than Leo Woodall character. Like he would do crazy stuff about like stealing money, doing scams, and that was his entire life until he sort of got straightened out by the fact that this book that he wrote, you know, put him in front of everyone. And it's like, okay, I have to take some accountability. I can't just be the same shit as before. And like I think Bourdain gained a sort of wisdom, at least for a bit, then at the end fell off. But he gained a sort of wisdom where it's like, I cannot limit myself to being this little shithead guy who takes his privileges and just fucking squeezes them to the last juice, the last drop, and then goes to the next thing. Like he was kind of disgusted by that, and that's what you see in the more mature version where yeah he makes dick jokes and everything, but he's not shithead that way. He became a very loyal maybe to a fault, like loyal, respectable person
Not at the end.
as a consequence of this like terrible, horrible, low life past, you know?
At the end of his life, at least according to the Roadrunner documentary, because he was so sucked up in Asia Argento's whatever, he started cutting some of his longtime people because he wanted to
Mhm.
like fill her in as the director on
Yeah.
whatever, on Parts Unknown or something, instead of like
He
his
fired his
go-to
director,
guy.
yeah, he fired his
Yeah,
longtime director on the Hong Kong episode. Yeah, yeah.
right.
Damn, what
Do
no
you,
pussy does to a motherfucker, am I right, boys? Lores, let me ask you something. Did you feel that fuck, what's his name? Dominic Sessa was just playing Angus Tully from The Holdovers in this movie? Because I kind of just felt like I was watching that boy pretending to be a
well, it was
chef.
the same boy.
It's the same actor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Right, but
didn't at all. I felt like he was
no?
doing Bourdain. No, he got
Oh well,
Bourdain's voice and cadence and like tone
okay.
down. I
Because
would
I'm just
say,
not familiar with, I guess,
yeah,
him.
because
Yeah.
he
Mm.
did change his voice up a tad to match that where it feels authentic. And I think his attitude kind of works with what we know of Bourdain. I mean, DC, I was going to ask you this before. Do you know how long Bourdain was on heroin and when he kicked his habit?
Way, way long, man. He was I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's in his 30s that he well, I'm not an expert, but, like, for a long so he was a long time user being, like, he went on methadone and all that stuff. It's not just a short little stint he had. It was real and
Nobody
long.
has a short stint on heroin. Not
Well,
really. Well,
Just a weekend. I just had a
hey,
weekend, you know. He
I
died
mean,
afterwards.
I know it, yeah. That it does happen, though. Like, injecting, no, but, like, that I have it on good
snorting? No,
authority.
snorting is one thing.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we see Leo Woodall shoot up just randomly on the
Yeah,
beach as
yeah,
casual as fucking smoking weed. That
yeah,
kind of broke me out a little bit. Like we didn't see, there's no telltale signs. He's jacked and everything, and now he's just
yeah.
like straight up shooting heroin on the beach.
Well, you can tell by the eyes. If under the eyes there's some dark marks, it's like, that guy's not sleeping. He's yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
You could tell he had this, like, looking good because he's still young and active, but very hard downfall coming soon look to him, which I like too. It wasn't just a pretty boy. It was, like, sort of, like, rugged, where it's like that lifestyle is just gonna destroy him.
Yeah.
The Leo Woodall character, I mean.
That's right. Bourdain is somebody who famously did not become famous and like proper successful until he was 40 years old with Kitchen Confidential.
44,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
his mom, after I guess ignoring him for decades because of his addiction, was like, "Yeah, fine, fuck it, I'll get you a connection at the New York Times,"
Yep.
and got him into a position of being able to excel,
Mhm,
and became the character that he is or was, and
mhm.
we know him for. Why not make a movie on that? Why do you think that is in the
Well,
cards?
I hope it's not, and that's really what I'm afraid of because this is someone who is too documented, and this is a question. Obviously, I don't want to keep shilling my own movie that's not even it's edited and but that's a question that was so important to me. It's like when you have someone who has so much footage and is so documented, how do you create something new and not just this little stupid imitation of what is actually real, right? And you can't. I don't want to recreate that. First of all, I don't have the budget, but it's also you would not be able to do anything of substance during the years of the show. So, two options. You go before or you go after. Clearly before for you guys did not work because he's not interesting,
Well,
he's
hold
not
on.
cool,
I
he's
gave
just
I
like
gave this movie a pretty positive review. I just feel like it was a tad conventional. It wound up falling into the forgettable biopic mold,
Mhm.
but that doesn't mean there's not admirable elements to the movie. And I like the
no, no,
setting,
no, but I think
obviously.
there's something that's going to be lost on people who are expecting a bit more Bourdainism in the film.
It
Meaning
was
like
more.
in you
Listen, I did think it was more Bourdain than what I was expecting from that trailer. The trailer does not feel Bourdain whatsoever. It felt like a warm father and son summer outing picture. And no,
yeah.
this to me felt more Bourdain. What I think I really wanted and realized afterward is that I wanted more Matt Johnson. I wanted more Matt Johnson influence on this because I think if you had done that, then you're touching something. You're getting it. You're going to tap into something that feels more authentic and
You
real.
give him a personality, right? You give him something to hold on
Well, I
to. You
think you
give
would be
him
giving the movie a personality.
which
Yeah.
is what's lacking. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't really know what it's trying to say about him, right? It doesn't know if if we're supposed to believe that he's been an intellectual for his entire life, where he thinks that oysters are very complicated and complex when he's 20 years old trying to hit on a bartender, and then the next moment he's like being a creep. So I feel like the fact that he has four screenwriters kind of makes sense because he doesn't really know which version of Anthony Bourdain we're supposed to know throughout the movie. And you just get a little bit of a bunch of things that don't really make a person.
Mm.
And
But counterpoint,
Yeah.
isn't that pretty accurate to a 19-year-old where you're
Yeah.
still kind of
Yeah.
conceiving what your personality is? And there's an element that I think kind of ties into something, another biopic like Lords of Chaos, of like
Oh,
fake it till you make it. And with that, with Mayhem and Burzum, you have the legend of these
Yeah.
characters is so fascinating. Where it's like, yeah, they were burning down churches. He
mhm.
killed people. You know, they're doing all this horrible shit. And then like the reality, if you were probably in that scene, is like these aren't cool people. These are fucking dweebs doing all
Dorks.
this
Yeah.
bad stuff. But
Oh
from
yeah.
far away,
Hmm.
it sounds cool. It sounds
Metal.
like, whoa, yeah, that's real deal stuff. But if you're part of it, you don't observe it the same way. So I'm forgiving of that interpretation of the Bourdain character here. Like he clearly wants to, or he, it makes sense that what we're given through Dominic Sessa's performance is what will eventually become the Bourdain that we know from television and from his books. I think
Mhm.
that fits.
Yeah.
But I think Lords of Chaos, and I'm just saying this because this is probably one of the biopics that I've enjoyed the most, and for this reason alone, because I feel like it does a really good job as presenting the real world and then the world that these characters are living in. So then you have real world consequences for like the retarded metal loyalty game that they all play, and that I don't know if you guys grew up around metalheads, but I kind of did, and
Yeah.
a lot of the conversations where, well, I'm more metal than you because I like this band and you don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a lot of
Mhm.
that, and the way that that was presented in that movie, I know it's not the greatest movie in the world, but it felt so real to me because I kind of grew up around that, and I saw the stupid games that you would play just to prove that you're more metal than the other person.
You're not a
Uh,
poser.
so,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so it felt very real when the consequences became, I blew my fucking head off, and then all of a sudden, I stabbed my friend, and then I have to deal with the consequences of that. So,
Yeah.
I thought that was very successful because it brings you into the world that they're living, but then there's also that thing on top of it where it's like, yeah, well, the cops are gonna come, and then there's actually laws that prevent you from doing. Just because it's cool, you stab them with a really cool knife doesn't mean that you can get away with it.
Mm.
I don't think this movie does anything like that. Where okay, so we have a very interesting character that's different from everyone, or like he's living in his own world, or realizing what his world is and whatever. But then there's consequences on top of it of what the real world is. I don't think they do anything that's as interesting as that here. There's just a lot of again, not him facing anything other than I'm uncomfortable in this moment, but then it will work out in the
But
future.
that's the real world. I mean, it's not like Bourdain killed someone and went to jail. That's the thing. It's like fundamentally, and,
Fair.
and
Yeah,
you're I
fair.
agree with you, but it's also like this is someone whose life became interesting later,
After,
type
right?
type of
Mm.
stuff. So it's like when it's he was just like doing low level petty stuff, and that's what the movie is. And you're like it's fair to be like that's not interesting to me, but it's also like I'm happy they didn't do anything too crazy. Like Bourdain actually secretly can like, blew up the restaurant and then killed 70 people, but no one knows about it because he would that would have been
No,
just
but I
yeah.
guess my biggest disappointment is that I thought I was going to learn something about him, and I don't feel like I learned anything about the character.
Just watch the
Yeah,
shows, man. You'll learn everything
I
you want
guess
about
so.
the world. Come to my house. We'll have blood sausage, and we'll just watch. It's gonna be
I don't
great.
want to try your blood sausage, DC. That's creepy.
No, it's good. You don't have, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna
That
be a
could
fun
be its
time.
own. Parts Unknown episode, really. We could do an Idiot Abroad with Hans, and that could be a
No, I
show.
mean we can rename it.
Well, no, no.
We can have a come dine with me with DC where he just cooks cookie food that he's eaten around the world or he's
Cookie
been.
food. Oh, I'm in the
Yeah.
dark again. Damn, I'm Sub-Zero. This is a
Like,
sign to end the podcast. We've
Chinese Ninja
disparaged the
Warrior.
name of Anthony Bourdain too much and his lessers. All right, DC, thank you so much for coming on the show to talk about this movie and ending your friendship with Matt Johnson by bad
I'm
mouthing it.
sorry. Yeah.
yeah. By the
Just
way,
wait
Matt
for all the
Johnson.
clips to come out. We're gonna send them to him via email, and he can
You're
respond
doing
in person.
insane clips, by the way. You took a clip of me talking about Greece or something, and then you're like the challenges of making your It's like, dude, what, half the stuff I say I don't even remember, and it's bad either way. And it's like, here's a clip about him talking about. It's like, oh man,
That's what
this is
that's what
not
happened. See,
Yeah.
you're battling reality now, DC.
Yeah.
Just wait for the biopic. You're gonna argue with that too.
Of course.
Yeah.
I hope I'm dead. I hope I'm dead before bio. I mean, I hope there's no biopic, but that's crazy.
Oh, by the way, Matt, I know you're still listening 2
Yeah,
hours into this episode, so just in
yeah.
case, we're if you're willing to come into the show and talk movies, I'll
That's
be willing to
everybody
say
does this.
something.
Everyone does this. Everyone is literally doing this. The only reason why people talk to me anymore is because yeah. Anyways, I have a screener for you,
No,
so
this
we'll talk on the phone.
send it over to DC. No, we love DC on this show. Everyone loves DC.
Yeah,
I know.
right. Another lie.
I know he thinks I hate him for whatever reason, but I'm a fan,
Just
and
read the comments, bro. What are you talking about? Whatever. We'll talk. Yeah.
No, no, that's not true. I mean, and honestly, for all the flack you got, you still won your debate against George Dahl, number
yeah,
one. Number two, I put out the second Disclosure Day episode onto Spotify where we had MLH sub in for Hans because MLH just kept talking and talking, so it got turned into 2 episodes. And somebody wrote, worst episode, this guest is embarrassingly immature and naive. And this guy's insufferable to listen to. Definitely no Hans. And that was a girl who wrote that.
yeah. So Michael won't be coming back to the show.
Michael's
It's-
banned from the show for a month.
Dude, putting down my boy MLH is not going to make me feel better about being hated by the audience, dude.
I'm just saying there's evidence you're more well liked than MLH. I'll say that.
I'll take it. I don't.
That's good. That's good.
Great. Bourdain rocks. Matt Johnson has more movies than him, which are gonna be like terrific. There's one more movie also that he's, it's gonna be great. The future's bright.
Okay.
Matt Johnson and Dasha Nekrasova, Love Arc in the MSL series that's coming out next year. So just spoiler.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna do like a Friday the 13th the series where it has nothing to do with Mass State Lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Yeah.
Don't too much talking out from both of you guys. You talk about things we should not be speaking of on this podcast.
What did I say?
Zendaya
I dare not repeat, DC.
Devlin was bitten by a spider.
Devlin.
In the prequel, and then he gets
Whoa.
superpowers.
Whoa. Yeah. This lighting is intoxicating and making me nauseous now. I didn't even get to have my dinner tonight because DC said no. We have to hold court during your dinner time. And I said, all right, DC, have it your way.
Just be a man, munch on things from time to time.
That's what
have girl dinner, be a man.
Have girl dinner. DC, would you recommend the Kitchen Confidential TV series starring Bradley Cooper?
I have not seen it.
I see it's more like Waiting, where he's having sex in the kitchen and stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's very metal.
Cocks in the kitchen. Hell yeah.
Where were all the girl chefs in the movie?
Well, also no one cares, but I saw some people being like, this is a sexist representation of women, and it's like, yeah, because it's slop movie type deal. Like it's not, I don't think it's like it's not a misogynistic movie, but it's also like, yeah, the girl is there to just be like, when he does good, she smiles, and when he does bad, she's like, I can't believe he did bad. It's very, I don't know. It's
also
yeah. No, just one thing they didn't show though is Bourdain was, despite the fact that he became cool, he's a lover in a weird way. Like he was so obsessed with every woman he's ever been in love with that it's like there were only like 3. That he even in the movie, the sort of like awkward stalking thing, it wasn't insane enough. Like he was sort of an insane guy that like he literally did this for her, but I don't know. I
No,
don't know
you're
how
you're
you make
completely right, DC. And this is actually something I picked up on watching No Reservations. Is like he'll have these female tour guides, and he never like does any. He never flirts. He never does anything. He's like very sterile in that way. And you learn obviously from the Roadrunner documentary that he's in these relationships throughout, and sometimes they're accompanying him, sometimes not. And he's very like an all or nothing type of guy. He's not going to
which
spread
is
his
base.
attention.
The only way to live. If your attention's divided, it's worth nothing.
Spoken like a true gambler. All right, DC. Thank you so much for coming back on. And Matt Johnson, please forgive DC and allow
Yeah.
him to work on your next project or whatever.
I don't even want
Yeah.
that. I just want the co-sign on this movie
Oh, because
to
you didn't like
continue.
this movie. You would never work on one of his movies now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, let's fucking work on the next the 4chan guy biopic where we learn about how he eats breakfast in the morning when he's 11 years old. That's great, Matt.
Yeah. No, literally. Listen, Matt, buddy, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and do the Chris Chan documentary, but Chris Chan
Ah,
as an infant. Infant Chris Chan. He's just crawling around. And he
This is the
sees
one-year-old biopic.
oh man, I was gonna say, can I play Chris Chan? But I don't think I want
we're gonna
that.
AI. We're gonna use
What about,
A24
well,
loves AI, so we're gonna AI Hans, but just his head.
Marlon
His head is
Wayans
the
did
entire
this.
character.
Yeah,
Don't-
Little Man.
don't
We're
do-
going to do
oh,
Little
that's-
Man.
Don't even. That's gonna be on Discord in 10 minutes. After
Yes,
this
All right,
if you're
this
listening
also
to this,
that's
please
great.
post pictures of Hans as a baby.
Can we
Yeah.
can we get one of the previous guests at the Sunny Chew medallion so that there's something there to be with
Which
me?
which
not
previous
just me?
guest do you want?
Just I don't know. Pick your favorite. I don't want to say DC because that's not.
Well,
It's
it's
not
not-
gonna
I
be
think
me.
the
If you
easy one
ask me
is
to pick a favorite, it's not
MLH.
gonna be me. It's awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Alright.
no.
All right. I will sue you if you make a thing about me. But that's all right. I just have a really strong legal team because I'm making an unofficial film. All right.
All right,
Guys, this was
yeah.
wonderful.
No. It's not over.
Was it?
No, it's not over yet.
More?
We got another hour to go. We're not done talking about Tony.
Well, yeah.
So,
So Tony
Her private
Podesta.
hell. Yeah.
oh yeah, Hans, did you get to watch? Hans said he was going to download it.
What?
Be careful.
Tony Podesta's what?
No, you're trying to download her private hell so you can talk about it and we can redo the episode. We'll reshoot the episode.
We're
with the same
gonna
talking points.
remake it.
Oh shit, that's out, right?
You Hans, you said this the last time we recorded. Said you were going to
Yeah, I
watch it.
haven't.
You're going to download
didn't.
it. Okay, well, here's two movies I watched real quick. I'll recommend or not recommend, and we'll close out the show. The Invite, which is about two couples going to dinner at an apartment together, and they want to fuck or
thank you.
something, and it's
Yeah.
not sexy. Not
Okay.
very good.
Mm.
Would not recommend. Thinks it's so smart. It's not. And then Our Hero Balthazar, which was like a pretty good incel movie or whatever. There you go.
I'm pissed off by that movie's marketing. I really hate it. I think it's
Which
too
one?
crazy. Our hero Balthazar, which I have. I mean,
Mm.
it's probably a good New York picture or whatever. But like everybody, like not they're pushing it really hard on me right now. They're pushing it really hard on me.
Is it new
I don't like
Gummo? Is that what you get? Because that's what I'm getting from the cover. I don't know.
There's a clear Gummo inspiration, but the whole time I was like, this just feels like Good Time. Feels like Good Time. And then you find out, oh, he produced Good Time and heaven knows what. So
Mm.
it's extended universe or whatever. But it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. It was one of the better. And honestly, this is not like the strongest year for movies so far. I will say that. So
You just wait
For
that's
what?
so ominous.
next year.
Well, his
That's-
next year.
That's not-
Well, I'm
Yeah,
talking
just
about this. I'm talking
well,
about
it
this
doesn't
year.
qualify as this year then.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to be optimistic. It's hard out there. You know? I don't know.
Just wait. Okay. Coming soon. What's coming soon? Another year. Yeah. That's kind of how time works.
No, man,
right.
DC. That's just as sad as me being like, oh, it's August. Okay.
It's this month. This month
Yeah.
already. How about this?
You just
The movie
wait.
I'm most looking forward to, the movie that I would say I'm most looking forward to in 2026, Ebenezer.
What is that?
Have you seen it?
It's a Scrooge movie. No.
But
Oh, I
you
work for
reviewed
Paramount?
it, so I thought you had
I
like a
didn't, I didn't
screening
review it. No, I'm just talking about. I use Letterboxd a little different, and I'll
Yeah.
address a movie directly, and not have it be a review. I'll just say this is a movie and
Yeah.
it's coming out and I have a thought about it, but this isn't a review.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Or hey, I
Well, no,
just
'cause it
posted
was
an
so
article and you know what? It's on my Substack, jcorrales.substack.com. And this movie's
yeah.
maybe brought up.
But I think because it was something like, "This is the type of movie I can't wait to come back," and like,
Is
I
that
like,
me? Are you trying to do my voice right now, DC?
no, this is my
No,
voice, actually.
you were trying to
Ye
do me. That sounded more like Al Capone.
Can you do me?
Hey,
I
listen,
don't think
kid.
anyone can. No one can do me. Jesse P.S. was
That's
pretty
sad,
good to
man, you gotta
you.
change that. That's you
Uh,
lots of girls out
that's
there, you don't have to
that's
say that
that's
stuff. You don't have to
that's
think that way, it's not
weird
Damn.
wording. You're right. Damn. Okay.
yeah.
Our big mug,
Just wait.
big blue mug.
Just wait. There's another year coming.
Yeah.
Just wait till you go to DC's and eat some blood sausage.
Yeah. It's basically a sexual experience if you think about
I'm good. Does that count? Is that how I break my
does
streak?
does
No, man,
having a
listen,
meal with
I
a
don't wanna
man
be I
count
don't
as
wanna
a
be
Hey,
sexual
rude.
experience?
hey, how do you break your streak? I just had blood sausage with DC. Oh,
Yeah.
Who?
DC and Bourdain, everybody's seen
Yeah.
it. All the
They don't
stars
know
of it.
DC. DC,
But
that's like Oprah. One name
yeah,
only. You know,
yeah.
one thing I'll say about this. So I watched some of the press around this movie with Matt Johnson and with Dominic Sessa, and they didn't. I mean, they seem to like each other enough, but it's interesting. I get the vibe that they probably don't really get along well, or maybe they didn't get along shooting the movie. And in fact, like Matt Johnson is like viscerally direct sometimes when he answers a question, kind of like you, DC, where he's like, What I see
that's
in
where
Dominic is a
the
man
Montreal thing.
who doesn't actually know what he likes to do."
Damn.
Mm,
And I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of." And yeah, he embellished a little further than that, but it was like a very personal statement that was like,
mm.
you're kind of exposing, I don't know, something there. But I saw some videos of them eating seafood in Los Angeles at Salty Grill, the Salty Grill of Los Angeles. And I was like, you
Mhm.
know, I think my favorite thing about working on a movie is just like getting dinner after the shoot. And it made me miss that. It made me like just miss going to dinner after a long, stressful day with a group of people.
And that's the thing that that's the dream life. That's what Bourdain is, the dream life is like you get to do what you do and then also just sort of hang out all across the world. That's the dream. Even as a filmmaker, I'm not interested in just being a one city guy that's just doing his little movies and the ones it's cool to go out. It's cool to experience things that you're not even shooting through the excuse of being like it's like the bar. No, at the bar, the alcohol doesn't matter at the bar. It's not the alcohol. It's the excuse is the alcohol. And then you go and that's the thing. The entire pull of it is the everything else. So with the movie as well, like not that the movie doesn't matter, but the idea of going out and like having a reason to go to, you know, Phuket is sick. It's not just a
All right.
little girl's trip.
Okay, DC, let me put you on the spot because you like putting me on the spot
Oh
all
yeah,
the
you haven't
time.
done that to me.
But I've never done that. Never,
Yeah.
ever in the history of this episode at all. Now, because you are now like this successful filmmaker that
Yeah,
is best
right.
best friends with Matt Johnson and
Mhm.
whatnot. How come you haven't cast anyone from us to be in your
I
movie?
try I tried to get Jay, but Jay's in New
Is
York.
it is it because you think that we're not good enough actors, or is it because you don't think that we're not? What is it?
Just because I
Because
think that doesn't make a difference. I'm a fan of using friends.
all
I think
right,
friends are
Using
better than collab.
friends
Yeah.
for your gain, for your benefit to climb in the
Why else would I
industry.
use friends? Yeah, I mean, no, the main thing is I'm a
I
big
see
fan
why
of
you
just
like
having
this Tony movie, huh? Just just taking advantage of everyone. I see
Oh,
you,
How
DC.
absolutely,
about this?
absolutely.
Fuck movie, forget movies. Let's have a clam bake on the beach, all three of us.
Yeah, except it's not $5, it's $100.
Yeah, who's clam roasting? No,
Roasting.
I don't.
We can just have them raw. MLH
Hey,
But,
told
DC.
me
but
his
no,
his best experience working for Charles Carroll and Eric Hayden is that they made him suck clams raw.
you guys are just you're just beating a MLH over the head for a living.
That's what he told me. That seems like it's an interesting experience. I don't like clams. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
actually,
Let's
I'm kind
just
of indifferent to them.
let's just have DC answer the question that I asked.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, you
my
do.
pleasure, my pleasure. Listen, your
Yeah.
acting talent has nothing to do with my decisions. It's a very like clear thing of like I love having friends and doing that stuff, like doing stuff with them. Meaning like it would be a blast to
Right.
have you guys, but it's just like there's a
Because
logistic part also where you
you've done
realize
it
that.
with us, right? You've been there, so you know what it's like to like shoot with us and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 but it would be completely different because now you're in the chair. Now you're in the chair. I'm not you're not having a little friendly support. It's not, I'm not the care package. Now you're in the chair, brother, and
Right.
the volts are about to surge. No, it's just I would love, and I don't ray it out. We have to do it. It's just when you have a budget, regardless of it's if it's 60K, 100K, whatever, that money goes away so fast, and I
Hmm.
hate spending money on stuff that doesn't go into the like so logistically to fly you out to Greece and Jay and everything with you, it would have been insane. It would have been insane in the head to a point where it's like you guys wouldn't enjoy it because you would have the remorse of everyone else being like, why the fuck did this? You
Well,
know,
I'm personally glad I got fired off of this movie. Make no mistake, I
you
was
didn't get.
cast as a. I got fired. I was told I had a ticket to Greece, and then suddenly that ticket never arrived.
I
Actually,
didn't
no,
say
no, I
that.
didn't. You said a ticket to like Montreal. I would
You
have
didn't
gotten
even have
the
to.
secondhand
You didn't have to
experience.
worry for his stay. I'm sure Jay would have found one of his,
Yeah, one of my
ancestors or
distant
whatever.
cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
always
No,
told I
we
had a
were.
millionaire cousin in Greece. I've never heard of that. Yeah.
It's Mr. Beast, dude. No, and we had room too. It's not a question of that. It's just the if you want the straight answer, and again, no one cares. But the
The
thing
straight
is, the
story.
movie started off as this like Bourdainian sort of like recreation, but after his death, meaning like the impact of what he did and very like spiritually Bourdain, but not literally because it's not like I don't want to do the whoa the Bourdain biopic. It wasn't a biopic ever, but the principle of like what he had as an impact on people's way of seeing travel, that was the initial idea. But then when I started doing it, I started like writing it and everything. I was like, no, actually, what's way more interesting is just having that be a very minor element in the entire film. Meaning, it's not the Bourdain story; it has nothing to do with him. In fact, I don't even fear legal repercussion anymore because it's not it has nothing to do with that. It's a very personal story about two characters, and basically I stripped it of everyone. I have supporting characters in Greece, obviously, because you got to have the classic bar scene, and I love husbands. I have a long bar scene where it all goes wrong, but like other than that, it's a very self-contained. The world is so cold and distant that having even like a cool supporting character played by both of you guys who
Right.
play the same character.
Will
I don't
be
know, but
interchanging in and out. I like that
yeah,
idea. Or maybe
Mulholland Drive.
Hans is like the young version of me.
Could yeah, that'd be a mind fuck for sure. I mean, I would say that's the real answer, but I mean the realer answer is that we just have to do it. It's we got to do it. It's not over yet. There's a year
Well,
coming. There's a year coming.
mm,
I mean, this
mm,
movie's over, but unless you guys hate me
interesting.
now because I didn't cast you in the second.
No, not at all. I'm just giving you
Well,
shit because you give me shit every time we talk. So I just wanted to bring something
Here's
at
what
you.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Even if you had cast me, I would have had to say no to go shoot the movie that we wound up shooting, and that would have been even more treacherous of
Right.
an experience. You
Yeah,
know,
no, I don't want to go play gay and bald in Greece or whatever. Like that's not, what I want to do with my
you
career. I
could
want
have
to play
played
gay
Telly
and bald.
Savalas.
Yeah, I can play
It's
gay
like a
and bald
cameo.
in this side of the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
No, I hope you don't because I know that you're kind of psychotic like I am, and you're gonna
Yeah, What?
keep
Why?
think
Why? Why do you do this
you're
every
gonna
time?
keep
This is your
you're
second
gonna keep
image.
thinking you're gonna keep thinking about this after we are done talking
Of
about this. So I
course.
just want to say, I just want
Of
to say,
course.
I hold no hard feelings towards you. I don't even want to act at all, but I just kind of wanted to give you shit because I feel like I always get shit from you, and just wanted to throw a little bit at you. But
But I can't
I
take it.
want to say, hold
What
on,
are we,
Can't take it.
monkeys
hold
here
on,
throwing
no, no,
shit
no,
at
no.
each other?
No, no, no. But I want to, but I really want to say, like, and this is coming from the bottom of my heart. I really respect you as a filmmaker, and I think that what
Why?
you do. Shut the fuck up. Can you take a fucking compliment, you
You haven't
autistic
seen any of my
retard?
movies. How do you respect me as a
Shut up.
filmmaker?
Shut the fuck up, you autistic.
Alright.
That's not actually true. I've seen your work. So I just want to say, like, I respect you as a filmmaker, and I think you're a nice boy that I enjoy spending time with. So I
Yeah.
know that you think. I hate you for the reason you've thought this for
Oh, yeah.
10
Hmm.
years.
Yeah.
But you're one of the people that I interact with that I think is really talented and has a real future. Shut up. Can you stop being autistic? I'm giving you a fucking compliment, you fucking
Thank you.
dumbass. I never do that. I don't even know how to do this. So let me just, and
Clearly.
this is something that I've talked to. Jay about before, where it's just like I think DC is kind of
DC's
autistic
so
and
cool.
retarded.
I wish I was more like
No, no,
DC.
no, 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 no. I mean, DC's autistic and retarded, and he's got no touch, and he hurts everyone's feelings, but it's okay because he's kind of autistic that way. But I appreciate your opinion on things, and I think I'm just giving you shit for no reason. But I'm looking forward to working with you in the future in
Yes.
whatever your next Montreal movie, where obviously Lores and I will be the two leads of it.
No,
So,
likewise, likewise. I mean, it's gonna be in France, but yeah, likewise. Let's do it. I think
With
first of all, I
Woody
hope my ex
Allen.
sees this. I hope my ex sees
yeah.
this and she actually agrees with you. That's awesome. And then also, I don't care about it anymore though. I'm over it. But the other thing also that's really cool is I want you to know that I've seen your work actually, and I feel very very strongly about it too, and I respect it and I appreciate it. And obviously, Jay, while we kiss each other on podcast here, I want to include you as well. Let's do a little cool Gaspar Noé love type deal where I think that this is good, and honestly, everything that you've had so far was not up to par in terms of like opportunity. You've done insane things, like literally insane things, inspiring things with the small resources you had. And now that it's finally starting to build up and amass into something greater, that's one of the greatest feelings that you can have because so many people who are shit are getting stuff, and I've seen it firsthand. People who don't deserve it, people who are just actively ruining the world by getting money and resources and everything. The fact that it's happening to people who deserve it is a heartwarming thing to see, and obviously we gotta do this more. I hope I never do a podcast again, but I mean, but I mean, if I have to, I'll do it. This is how much I hate pod. I was talking about this. I hate pod. It's bad. It's bad. Why would you pod? I mean, people will just hate you more. Like I haven't. Yeah.
Jay, which episode number is this? Because this is where we got like the real. I think we got human DC on this episode, which never happened before. So I think this should be marked as like whatever episode, what 300 and what 200 and what.
300? Try doubling that, Hans. What are you talking about? This is episode almost 600.
All
Let's
right,
just say it's episode 600, even though it's not. How about
okay.
that? How about
So
the
we get
next 7 episodes are just going to be listed 600 episodes? We're going to stop there. 600.
Uh,
I had something to say, and then you started kissing my ass, and now I'm just happy. So, anyway, all right, we can close out the program on that note. DC, do you want to promote anything? When are we seeing these movies? When are we seeing TS Cam?
I mean, that's a
Wait, hold
great
up. When am I
question.
getting my special thanks credit on IMDb? You got to send them a screen cap of that because they don't believe me. They don't believe you.
They don't? Okay, okay, yeah, let's do that. I mean, TS Scam is probably gonna be end up being my second movie or just Lost. I don't know. No one wants it.
What?
This
Hold on, hold on. No, no, no. You can't release these movies out of order. That's going to confuse people.
I mean, I think it's already confused the few people who've seen it. But the second one is just like I'm putting a lot of eggs in this basket, meaning that I have industry interest, which is so whack to say, but I think that this one's
hell
going
yeah.
somewhere. So I mean, stay tuned. I have to finish it by the end of the year. 2027 is going to be it's going to be another year, and that's when it's going to come out. And yeah, and I love that. I got an email also from someone who's like, and I respect him. Shout out Clayton. Clayton's a cool guy. But I'm like, how do you respect something you haven't seen? Like, I want to prove that it's going to be good, and I do believe it's good. And I don't have I have a huge ego, but not about these things. Like, I want to fucking rock it with that stuff. So it's gonna be sick. I have nothing to promote. My Instagram, I lose followers every time I post because I'm a guy. And then also like it's just like there's nothing going on. Just keep me in mind, I guess, for the coming future. I don't know. It's I have nothing to promote. I'm gonna
All
promote
right, don't
this.
get fucking so insecure at the end of the episode.
It's
God
not
damn.
it's not insecure, but what do you want me to promote? I don't have a show. I don't have a movie out. I have Instagram.
Cool.
Instagram.com
What is
forward
it?
slash Darius Csiky. Yeah, just try spelling that.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. Did you
They
really
don't
change
have
it
to.
to
There's
that?
a link.
There
Should
you
we
go.
all change
actually,
our Instagram names to Darius Cheeky until people learn how to spell your name?
yeah. So yeah, just follow me on there and like send me a nice message and yeah.
A nice. You want messages?
I mean, my DMs are blocked, so it's a fun little trick I
Mm,
play
Uh,
on.
it's gonna
Yeah.
bounce. What if it's a really attractive woman though?
Uh, this summer I gotta get over. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I'm into girls
Okay.
actually.
I love the fact that you're saying that really attractive women listen to this podcast.
Well, hey, listen. You had one defending you. I'm sure she's very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Hey, what's
I'm
up?
sure
Yeah.
she's actually a girl.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
um,
Hey, join the Discord. I'm sure you're a girl.
if you're actually, can I say one thing? If you're Julian Casablancas and you're listening to this episode, let's link.
Yeah.
Let's do an album. I would love to do an album with him. Yeah.
Would you sing?
No, I would just film. I would shoot. I would do a video album like it's
Because
2005.
ooh,
a couple of months ago, Kenny was just like, I feel like you can just rap on my shit. And I was like, I am not equipped to do any of that stuff. So
which he's still very pissed about. He feels
I
burnt by you
know.
so
I
bad that
know.
you said yes. You were like, yeah, I'll do that, but like
Yeah.
joking, like clowning on him, and then you never did it.
They're just like, yeah, I feel like you can just rant on a beat. And I was just like, I don't know what about what. So I feel like if you can't do that, you can probably send that to
But
him.
he gave you the
Cover for
example
me.
of he gave you Chris Rock's "No Sex in the Champagne Room."
Oh
He was like,
yeah.
"You're gonna be Chris Rock on
Yeah.
my rap CD."
Yeah. Hey, you know what an N is? What a real NER is and an NA is? Is that my bit? Is that what a real
A
Oh
nurse's
yeah,
assistant, the
Yeah,
emergency room.
that's
I don't
edgy.
know. I don't know
Like,
if I wanna
yeah,
I don't know if I wanna do that. So no, Kenny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Just name drop Fantano, and that's gonna blow up your app. I love the Strokes. You don't even know how much I love the Strokes. Julian, fucking all right.
All right,
Thank you guys.
let's all
I love movies.
stroke on out of here. And that has been movies for this week. Thank you for listening.